up, bitches? It's been a couple weeks. It's been a couple weeks, guys.
In a couple weeks.
It has been a couple weeks. Reef is here, of course, as always.
Yep.
So what was it? My husband actually had a Saturday off, which never happens.
Shit.
And then I was sick last week. Oh, I was sick last week.
The fact that you said it like that is like you're like, oh god, last week was the worst.
It was terrible.
What'd you have? You catch the bronchitis?
No. I could not stop puking. It was terrible. I lost like almost 11 pounds in 2 days.
Okay.
I could not. It was terrible.
Yeah, your abs were on fire at the end of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I slept a lot. I slept a lot.
Well, probably needed
that. Oh,
that.
hey, Applejack's here. Hey, Applejack. CBC. Who
People
else?
are in the chat.
Trauma Queen. Hi, guys. Look at me. I remember the chat.
Yeah.
Unprompted. Let's go.
What's nice is it transfers all the chats.
Does it?
So people are chatting from your channel or our channel. It pulls both of those in.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
So
Dr. Nick is here. Miguel, Rick.
Yep.
Hi, friends.
You got the peoples.
There's lots of things to talk about. There's lots of fucking things. There's lots of fucking things, as always. Yeah. But also because we've been off, we haven't done a show for, this is like the third weekend. So there's a fucking lot going on. First of all, shout out to Ben Cohen and Jody Evans, who got arrested at the Department of Justice protesting for Julian Assange. That was cool. Got some coverage, got some news coverage, which is rare. Yeah. So rare for any of that shit to get any kind of coverage. So, and shout out to Ford Fisher too, for being out there. He's always out there.
What would your Assange, Ben and Jerry flavor be? What do you put in there?
Oh my God. That's going to take some pondering.
I know, right?
Oh, now I'm not going to be able to stop thinking about that.
I know. You're like, what could it have been?
Damn it, dude. I'm going to spend the whole rest of the show with that, like right here in my head.
Just in the back of your head, baking. Oh, I know. You're like, yeah, but fudge could be that, like,
yeah.
You know,
I don't know.
To put in something that, like, something about silencing yourself.
Yeah,
you know?
Really, I would like for Assange to be free, and then he can name his own fucking flavor. How about that?
That would be great.
How about that? Let's do that. I like that better than me coming up with whatever it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so like I said, Ben Cohen got arrested with so here I'll pull up my tweeters.
Cool.
My computer is being very incredibly slow right now. Okay, did that come up? I'm always paranoid.
Yes.
Okay, so here's from Mint Press News. Shout out to them. They do a good job of covering this stuff too. Co-founder of the internationally famous ice cream brand Ben & Jerry's, Ben Cohen, was arrested by the Department of Homeland Security protesting in support of Julian Assange. So they lit this is when they were released. I think they were 3 hours. They were in there for 3 hours. Oh, here's James. So this guy, shout out to James. He runs this little billboard truck company in DC. If you are an activist, an organizer, if there's like a thing you care about that you want to get, if you have a court case that you're trying to get help, whatever it is, I don't care what it is. This is your guy. He's amazing. Yeah. He's such a good dude. Great rates. He works really hard. He'll drive around DC for like 8 hours just to like he knows the city. So he goes like lunchtime, he'll go where the restaurants are, and he knows, you know what I mean? Like he knows the city really well. So he knows where to go. And he knows like the different events that are happening at the different times of the year, where all of that stuff is going. So he can always go where there's the most people. And he's awesome. I love James.
Nice.
He's good people. Here's People's Party talking about it. I love the Censorship for Losers one too.
That's great.
Yeah.
So how long was he arrested for? Like
they were detained for 3 hours.
Okay.
According to his tweet. It was up here. Hold on. So update, Jody and I have been released from police custody after being held for 3 hours. It's time for POTUS to follow through with his promise. Journalism is not a crime.
He won't, but you know, you can dream.
Y'all.
They can whisper of dreams.
Can you imagine? Like it's the idea that this is still happening is just nuts to me. It really is just nuts to me that he's still in prison. It is just nuts to me. But all right. So yeah, shout out to Ben Cohen. Thanks, dude. And Jody Evans.
Nope.
Code pink. That's bullshit.
Yep. Oh,
What are you angry about this? Oh, let's talk about Tara, can we? Is it
sure.
she okay with that?
Yeah.
Can we do
Yeah, I'm
that?
okay with that.
No, is she
Just
okay with
talked to
that?
her yesterday. Yeah, she's fine.
I'm worried about bringing undue attention to it and
Yeah.
make it bigger than it needs. You know what I mean? Like, I just
Yeah.
daughter's information getting out is so Tara's
Is
daughter
wild.
is now being doxxed
Yeah, which
and harassed.
she already was.
Right,
So
but
it's kind of like it's just
escalating.
continuation of that and an
Yeah.
escalation of that, which is,
Mhm.
you know, they're coming after this lady's pets, man. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like she has to worry about a whole like, and it's wild to me that people don't know they don't. She didn't flee. She
Right.
went on a trip, like for a book thing, couldn't come back. Like it's not. It's kind of like how Snowden got left in the embassy, you know.
Yeah.
Like, so, you know, it's.
I hope she's staying
I
safe
don't know.
too, gamer. I mean,
Yes, she
she's
is.
certainly.
You know.
Come on, Steve.
uh,
RFK is not going to win. And if he does, if for some weird reason they've decided to put him, because if he gets elected, it's because he was put there and there's a reason
yes.
for it. So if he gets elected, he's not going to do shit. He's not going to do shit. That's just not how it works. One of two things happens if you get elected. Either you capitulate and you become one with the corruption, or they will find a way to get you out one way or another.
Yeah.
So, gamer, you could be a mod. How do I make him a mod? How do I make gamer a mod?
I think we have to. There's a way to do it from the thing. I had to like switch accounts to do it, but
okay. Okay, we'll do that. You can totally be a mod.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
He asked us last week anyway too. So.
Oh yeah.
We
were here last week.
Yeah. Well, we've done other streams. You know.
Right. No, I thought you meant on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is establishment. He's a fucking Kennedy.
Literally Kennedy.
He's literally a Kennedy.
I saw who was it the other day that I saw one of the standard Charlie Kirk was like, you good for him. I've been voting for him over any other Republican. It's like, yeah, that doesn't like okay.
All right.
Like have fun. You know. So
yeah. And he's not actually going to challenge he's a Kennedy.
Yeah. Yeah, but Misty, he's changing the conversation.
Oh my God, I'm so fucking sick. You know what Bernie did too? Bernie changed the conversation too. We are no closer to getting any of the things. Literally, in fact, it's getting worse. So he changed the conversation and things got worse. So I don't give a fuck about changing the conversation. Don't care. Do not care. Do not care. Stop coming to me with that. Jesus. I don't care. What the fuck is changing the conversation, dude? Has anybody got healthcare? Anybody? We couldn't even get, the whole world shut down, and we couldn't even. Would they give us 600? I didn't get anything. Would they $600? $600. The economy came to a grinding halt, and they were like, "Here's $600. Go fuck yourselves." And everybody's just like,
"How much did the 1% get during all that?"
Oh my God! Oh my God!
How much wealth went to the top?
Oh my God. And you got $600 and everybody wants to vote. Everybody still wants to fucking vote. I can't.
Misty, just vote harder.
It's hard for me to maintain
composure.
Yes. I'm just so annoyed. It's annoying. And people I thought, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to, I just wish you would snap the fuck out of it. I wish you would snap the fuck out of it. I know that you're good people. I know that you get most of it, but Jesus, you want to vote? What the fuck?
Well, and it's also you got what this week? You got AOC supporting Biden while at the same time going to the Teamsters, who Biden fucked over.
You guys. I am feeling better.
Literally same day.
Yes.
Same day.
He's giving. Oh my God. You guys, can we talk about Ukraine? He's giving cluster munitions to Ukraine. Munitions. Do you have any idea? That's murder. That is straight up. That's murder. If you use those, it kills a shit ton of civilians. You guys.
We say it's war crimes. We say it.
Shit.
We do.
Yes, we do that. But we're
We
going to give
say
them
it's war
Ukraine.
crimes.
And everybody's just
Yeah.
okay. And progressive support that.
Progressive. I had a guy in Tara's chat the other day that was just dumb as rocks. That was just like, but Russia too, and it's like, shut up.
Stop. I'm not Russian. Vladimir Putin's not my president. Really? You live in the United States of America and you want to say but Putin to me? Go fuck yourself. What Putin has, the entirety, I'm sorry, I'm fired up tonight. The entirety of what Putin has done in Ukraine over the past year and whatever it's been, that's, again, I say it all the time, it's a fucking Tuesday to the United States of America and you want to but Putin me? Fuck off. Seriously, it makes no sense whatsoever. You are deflecting on a grand scale. Snap the fuck out of it. Oh my God. Americans have no room. Stop. No room to be talking about Putin or Assad or any of them. None. Zero whatsoever. None.
Mm-hmm.
Clean your own house.
Would be nice.
We're currently occupying the globe, but Putin.
Speaking of clearing out house, we put Elliot Abrams back in as head of diplomacy.
You guys want to vote. You want to vote. This is what voting gets you. Elliot
Caitlin
fucking
did an amazing
Abrams.
Article on that this week
God.
that we covered. It was so good.
Who did?
Caitlin.
Oh, Caitlin. I love Caitlin.
She kills.
Some people have issues with her over the way that she handled COVID. Some people.
Yeah.
I mean,
welcome to real people where not everyone gets it right away.
Well, yes. Well, she, I mean, I don't think that she is bad intentioned. Because she thinks slightly differently than you about what is more important to talk about. Because in her mind, it was more important to talk about, foreign policy.
Everything else.
Yeah. World War III. And I think that she has a good argument there. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a pretty reasonable. I mean, I think both were important. I wish she would have talked about both. Lots of people did. Yeah. But I understand. And I mean, I have so much respect for her that it's like, I don't know. I really like Caitlin. I think that she's.
Yeah, I think a lot of us, like, I have to admit, it wasn't easy to get COVID. Like, it really wasn't. Like, for a lot of us who grew up in homes, like, I have 2 scientist parents. Like, anyone in the medical profession, like, it was hard to get that right. And it took people a minute. Yeah. Even the ones who pay attention. So, like, you got to give people a little wiggle room on that. I feel like, not much, but a little.
I mean, I think it's okay to push her. I think it's okay. And I mean, to be fair, I have not, because I think that she gets so many other things correct. That there were lots of people doing good work on COVID. So I didn't really feel the need, I guess. But I think it's okay. I think if that's something you want to choose to do, there's a way to do it. Understanding that she does get so much correct, and she is open to being presented with new information, I think. And even if she doesn't get it as fast as you want, I think it's
her stuff's evolved too since then.
Everybody does, guys. I evolve every day. Like, I learn something new every day. I change positions on things. I'm rethinking things constantly. I mean, everybody should be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. So, I mean, look at Jimmy. Didn't get it right away either. So.
No. Oh, I'm so glad he did, though, because that was
brutal.
I really wanted Jimmy to get it. I really wanted Jimmy to get it, and it was hard for me to watch him be so scared, because he was scared. Like he sanitized his groceries and
I think that was part of the thing with a lot of people.
Yeah.
And a lot of people just. I mean, we can get to hospital bed arguments and stuff like that. I think. Let's not. I agree. I think it's kind of
so done.
Yeah, it's one thing to not know it now, but back then, I'll give you a pass.
For sure, I was patient with people. I'm still patient with people. Like I get it. Fear is a very powerful manipulator. Do you know what I'm saying? Very.
And some people are very indignant with like how they bring criticism and.
Yeah, I can be too, though. To be fair,
True.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, and I guess I'm not always patient. I do my best to be patient. I'm human. I fuck it up sometimes, and I get frustrated and impatient, and for sure, especially on social media. I mean, Also, I think, and this is an excuse, so take it for what it's worth, but I I have to deal with so much dumb shit that my snark is already turned on. Like I'm already expecting, you to be a bad faith actor because I deal with so many of them. So and that is absolutely it is kind of an excuse. Like I should just ignore those people. And I'm trying, I'm getting better.
Much quicker with a block now. I'm
yes,
like, cool.
Or a mute. Like I like to mute people because then they shout into the void and I just ignore them. And I think that's worse actually.
In some ways, I think I don't want you putting stuff on my things. I don't want my audience to like read your crap. Yeah. So
I get that.
Like, if the worst thing is that they're going to complain that I block them, okay. Like, whatever.
I love when people
if you mute them, they'll just keep talking shit somewhere.
Yeah, well, they do that anyway. Or mine create numerous alts. That was like 0 or 1 follower, and they create accounts. It still blows my mind that anybody has that kind of time. I genuinely hope that you're paid. I don't know why. I'm a nobody, so I don't know why there would be paid trolls in my Twitter feed, but I guess it's possible. But it just makes me sad to think that an actual human being who's not, there's no benefit financially or there, you know what I mean, that they would actually spend their time doing that. That makes me genuinely sad. I don't even have time to keep up with people I like. And they're out here creating like a dozen accounts to hate stalk one person. Holy shit.
That with no power.
Yeah, I'm a nobody. Guys, I'm fully self-aware. I say I'm just some chick in Ohio. I'm not saying that to be funny. I'm just some chick in Ohio.
Right.
Like, I just happen to, because of activism, fall into doing videos and shit like that. And I realized that I like it because you can meet cool people and talk about cool things that you care about. And I learned so much.
We got here by accident.
I got here by accident. I am legitimately just some chick. I didn't even go to college, y'all. Like, I have no business being here. I am literally a nobody. I'm going to keep doing it because it's fun. And
you were a nobody. Now you're not. Now they worry about this chick from Ohio. You know?
Nobody should give a shit what I think. Let's just
Great
be
shirt,
clear.
by the way.
I'm self-aware.
Your t-shirt today is on point.
Yeah. I got canceled again this week, so I figured it was time to dig it out of the closet. Yeah. I don't know how many times I've been canceled by how many groups, but there it is.
Yeah. I don't know. Oh,
Jimmy's back on Monday. Yeah, too. Yeah.
That's going to be good.
I don't like him when he's on vacation. I know he needs them, but
yeah. Like,
he's been quiet on Twitter, and
he's got to adjust his appreciation for Negronis while he's off. You know, just get a couple of those in him. I forget, he was saying something the other day. He's like, I had to stop drinking. I was drinking like 9 Negronis, and I'm like, okay, like, whatever.
Oh shit.
So
yeah, he does need vacations though. He goes pretty hard.
He does. He goes.
I mean, he does what? 3 shows a week, and tours.
More sometimes. Plus you talk about tours. member streams.
Shows. Yep.
And then he's got live shows to go do.
Yeah, so I'm saying he tours too. That's crazy. I mean, I do my 5 1-hour shows a week, and I'm exhausted.
So. Yeah, people don't get how much work and effort all this takes, and that's just doing a show, let alone like activism or organizing or any of that. Like, it's mentally exhausting just to do 1 a week. You know?
Yeah.
And on top of that, you got to be on Twitter. You got to keep up. You know, you got to be in the trenches.
I have to read a lot of shit.
Yeah. So
it is a lot. And I mean, he does a ton of shows, so.
And he's not deadlifting 300 for reps, so.
That's right.
You know.
Take that, JD.
Feel like that's like one of those things where it's like his bones would break. It's like,
yeah. To be fair, yes, yeah. But yeah,
I have a rare bone shattering disease. What?
Yeah, but to be fair, 305 is pretty dope, and I hit 300 the first week, and then the next week.
No straps,
no belt. 305 the next week. That was pretty cool. I really wanted the 300 club. Like, I really wanted it bad. I really wanted it bad. And now I want the 750 club across my big 3. Like, I want that now. That's my big thing. I want to do that by like, I don't know. I'm afraid I like keep saying a year, but I've been saying that for like 4 months.
Yeah.
So, but because I don't know. It seems like a lot. I still have a ways to go.
Yeah, you'll get there.
Because I'm 305 deadlift,
Nice.
210 back squat,
Okay.
and 135 bench press. My bench press is so terrible, but I think everybody's is like that.
Yeah.
So I'm getting there.
And I don't even bench to me is a useless exercise. Like you don't use that functionally, right?
I don't know. I guess maybe.
Like what? Pushing a car, like even pushing a car, like
It's
you're
more
not
legs than
right, and it's all shoulder. Like I
yeah.
prefer like elevated bench if
Yeah.
you're gonna do bench, you know.
And to be fair, I've also been dealing with a annoying elbow injury for the past, like, I don't know, maybe
you got like
probably
the
4
tennis,
months.
the dreaded tennis elbow.
No, I don't think it's that. I jammed it doing cleans.
Okay.
And it like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I felt it when it happened. I was like, oh no.
You ain't got some tendonitis in there too.
Maybe. But I've been trying to be nice to it. I don't do a lot of cleans, and when I do, I keep it super light.
What's your tricep work like?
We do a lot of kickbacks, overhead, extensions.
I'd get like a band and do something like get a stretch in there.
Yeah.
So like do overhead, you know.
We're talking about the gym. I'm sorry, guys.
I know. We're the worst.
We got distracted. What happened?
I'll hyper focus on that for an hour if people
let
me.
I will too. So we need to get off of it because that's not what I don't think anybody cares about. How much?
Well, what else we got to bitch about?
Lots of things. Lots of things. There's lots of things. So, just Randy Credico's birthday was recently. So shout out to Randy Credico.
It was also Assange's birthday recently, wasn't it?
It was on the 3rd. Hold on. My friend Lady Bunny is out and about.
Yeah.
Looking fabulous. I love Lady Bunny. I'm so jealous of her legs. His legs. Her legs, seriously, great legs.
Dude, that dress is a dress. That's a look.
It is a dress. I have no desire. I am like such a tomboy.
You should let Lady Bunny do just like a full makeover one of these days.
That would be fun. I would totally do that. I would totally do that. That would be fun just for one day. Of course.
Right?
Yes.
Get y'all zhuzhed.
But that's it. Just the one day. I'm going
just
back
that
to
one thing, and then back to T-shirt Misty the next day. Yes. You know,
like I might last an hour, maybe 2. I could maybe do 2, but I'm gonna want to be done pretty quick.
You're quick. Already. She gets you like 4-inch pumps.
Oh, you know? I'll die. I will die.
I'll die.
I will die.
My ankle will break and I'll die.
Yes. I will die. I don't walk in heels.
Stilettos.
Yeah.
You know.
My husband's like just a teensy bit taller than me, so he doesn't like if I wear heels, and I don't really like. I'm fine with that. They're so uncomfortable. Why? I don't understand. Why? Yeah. Why?
Used to have a girlfriend that was 6'1" and wanted to wear heels all the time, and I'm like, girl, like
I'm 5'9".
I'm like 5'11". Like, you know, you got to help me out here. You're already 4 inches above there. Like, I got to get a ladder now.
Yeah, I look like a giant if I wear heels. You know what I mean? I'm already 5'9", so 5'9". And plus, no, they're so uncomfortable.
I can only imagine.
Oh, it's terrible. And especially now that I know that your toes being squished together is not a good thing. Because that's what those shoes do. Because you're elevated, so everything's being pushed down.
Yeah, it's a calf raise the entire time.
No, it's so terrible. No, thank you. I don't care. I have plenty of booty. I don't need. It's fine. I don't give a fuck. It's not that important to me to have some aesthetic of some kind. It's not. No, thank you.
It was that Foxworthy had that bit. Just makes your butt look good. That's all it does.
Yeah.
You know.
All right. So, listen, if that's important to you, I'm not shaming you for it, but I got no desire.
Yeah.
None.
Well,
I like tennis shoes a lot. I like tennis shoes a lot. I'm fine with that.
Well, what else we got? Joe Biden was talking about Iraq.
So can we talk about? We need to talk about Syria. Let me bring it up. Hold on. I should have had all this stuff ready. Sorry. I took my oldest to Unicorn World today.
Okay.
So that was fun. If you guys can imagine me at Unicorn World. Oh, it was terrible. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it was geared towards like younger kids. So, and she's 15, but she's autistic and she kind of trends toward younger stuff. Like she likes like Disney Junior still, stuff like that. So she's I don't know why, like maybe a couple months ago, suddenly she loves unicorns.
Okay.
Came out of nowhere. Never really been into them before. But
how much glitter was at Unicorn World?
Huh?
1,000 pounds of glitter at Unicorn World?
Actually, I didn't see a ton. I mean, a lot of people were wearing glitter. Like people had glitter on, yes. But like as far as the like, so they had you walked in and you went through like this little forest thing, and they had some animatronic unicorns, and there were like little photo opportunities. They had like little fairy houses set up. Then they had like where you could get your picture taken. They had like fairy dresses and stuff, so you could look like a fairy.
Nice.
They had an arts and crafts thing. They had a bunch of games. They had story time. They had bouncy houses. They had a unicorn in costume. They had 2 mermaids there that you could get a photo with. I don't know, a bunch of stuff. So, but it was more geared toward younger kids, and it wasn't super big. So, but it was all right. She had fun. Hey, yeah, the artwork is, she doesn't like me anymore, but that's okay. It's still great artwork, and so I'll hype it anyways. That's Artsy Marxist on Twitter. Actually, I think she's had to go through like multiple accounts, so I don't know what her actual Twitter is now. She doesn't like me anymore, but that's okay. Good art. If you want like a portrait or something painted, or she does like a lot of what are they called? Landscape type stuff. Yeah. So yeah. And yes, I use heavy weights. Yeah. I like heavy weights. I enjoy heavy weights a lot.
I want you to get you doing some explosive stuff here soon. Like,
I mean,
I've wanted one forever.
I do CrossFit, so like there's everything.
Yeah.
We do everything.
There's tons of stuff. I love that it's for like vertical leap stuff, but it's just like resistance bands on a floor.
We do stuff
you
like
have to
that.
Jump against rubber bands. It just seems so cartoony and dumb to me. It's like a cartoony, dumb exercise that basketball players do, but I don't know.
I used to do that stuff for softball, for like swinging and stuff. We used to do a bunch of, you know what I mean?
Yeah. There's that. What's that?
I just really like CrossFit. Like it's so varied that you do a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So like I like heavy weights. I really like heavy weights, Applejack. I don't know. We just talked about it, but sorry, we shouldn't go back to the gym. I could really get off on a tangent there. Or if we got talking about CrossFit, like I could go off on that whole subject. I should do like a CrossFit channel so I can have a place to rant about that stuff, because it is fun to talk about. Okay, hold on. I'm looking for Oh, so Kennedy, what's Kennedy say? Everyone ready? Okay, so Kennedy's good on Syria, at least from that.
Yeah, terrible on Palestine.
Yeah, fuck so that guy. Evens out. Dude, I don't know how you can justify it or excuse that one. I get that it's like everybody's got to do it right, but fuck off. That's how Israel gets to continue what they're doing, is by that attitude. By that, he has to support. He doesn't have to support Israel. Anybody with 2 brain cells to rub together can look at that situation objectively and see who the aggressor is. It's not hard. That one's not hard. That one is not hard. And so the idea, either everybody's like, oh, he's going to take on the deep state. Really? No, he's not. If he's not even going to stand up to Israel, come on. And that's just
literally the lobby is all over that guy.
Yeah. So. This is not like a new formed opinion. This is his actual personal principles. I just talked to Vanessa Beeley about this on my show last week. These are his principles. He is a longtime Israel supporter. His family is a longtime Israel supporter. And you can give me all the excuses that you want about what happened to his dad and his uncle, blah, 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 blah. Not excusable. Sorry, this one's just not excusable. It's just not. They just killed an autistic kid. Israeli soldiers killed an autistic
picture
man.
That mom is just
and then the dude, hold on, let me pull it up. The dude was screaming at her outside the fucking event, outside the courtroom.
Right.
Calling her a terrorist. Calling her a terrorist.
Wild.
I just don't understand how anybody could justify that at all.
It's the worst. You know? I don't know. It's just
weird.
people need an option, and there's not really any right now.
Well, no shit.
And they don't
The
know what
system's
to
broken.
do otherwise.
Yeah, can we look big picture? It has nothing to do with the candidates. It is the system is broken. No candidate's gonna matter. Yeah, here we go. Richard Medhurst covered it. An Israeli guard executed an autistic Palestinian. He was. Does it say how old he was? 32
11,
years
I
old.
think is what I remember.
No, 32.
Okay, 32.
No, they did kill an 11-year-old recently, but that's a different Palestinian that they murdered recently.
Oh, okay.
I know it's easy to get them confused because it happens so often.
With all the children they murder.
Yeah. So he has the mental age of a 7-year-old.
Ugh.
I know that.
Me.
Like
I go
this
back
one,
to
all of them bother me. This one obviously hit like the
home.
Yeah. It makes my blood boil. Like it makes me rage filled, honestly.
I saw one and it's probably an old one, but it was Palestinian kids.
Watch it. I can't. I don't want to talk
playing about it. Like they were playing. But the way they were playing was their kid was on a stretcher and they were taking the kid out. Like that is not that's just not okay. Like
yeah, did you see the video the other day of the little girl? I don't know, she was maybe 8 or 9 and she was holding her rabbit and she was from Jenin and she was like worried about the safety of her rabbit.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I saw Mia Khalifa stood up again about it. You know, that was nice.
More, this one's weird to me because again, to me, it's
Tilda Swinton. I saw recently
obvious.
again.
Yeah, Claire Daly's really good on it. Obviously,
Claire Daly.
She's good on most things. I like her a lot.
Can't blame you.
She's good on most things. I mean, to be fair, I don't live there and I don't know like the everyday goings on or anything like that. But as from what I see, I really like Claire Daly a lot.
Yeah,
like Claire Daly is what we ordered. And AOC is what we got. You know what I mean?
I don't even like. It's such a clown show. AOC, like it's like someone is writing a comedy with her as the main character. Like it's just we're gonna do the. Literally, I'm going to endorse Biden while the day of I'm at the Teamsters Union.
Yeah,
like you can't.
And the day that he agrees to send cluster bombs to Ukraine. Yeah, Mick Wallace is pretty good too. Yeah. I like him too a lot. And also I like that he just does not give a fuck. There are no fucks to be given.
I like that David Kennedy from quoting Nellie McKay, the system isn't broken, it's fixed. Yeah. It is.
I like Nellie McKay.
She's great.
She ukulele was at the Rage Against the War Machine rally, but I don't know. I didn't go talk to her.
You wouldn't see her doing a ukulele apology video, you know?
Dude, I mean, I don't know how people can justify their continued support for AOC at this point, unless you are a legitimate shit lib, and then just own it. Just own it. I'm a shit lib. I'm a liberal. I am, you know what I mean? Like, just own it. That's fine. I guess.
Misty, do you want Republicans running the country? Is that what you want?
We have Republicans running the country, y'all. They're all Republicans.
I know.
They're just different degrees of Republicans. That's all it is.
It's all the same shit.
It's all the fuck. They're owned and operated by the exact. Can we stop pretending like that's not the case? Yeah, they put on a show. It's a soap opera with psychopaths. They give you the performance that they all hate each other and that they work for the same people. They're owned and operated by the exact same fucking people. And I have no doubt that there are cliques and there are people that like each other more than others, but they're going to the same dinner parties. They vacation next door to each other. It is a class thing. They work for the same people and it's not you. And I wish we would stop pretending that that's not the case because they're not different.
Verse 4, chapter 12. You know?
Yeah. It's just exhausting. Yes. And he said that decades ago. And here we are still doing the thing. We're still doing the thing.
Dude.
God damn
that guy's got prophetic, you know? So.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Anyway.
What else we got? I know there's more.
Look. There is. Hold on. We've had like weeks off. So there absolutely is. Let's see. Oh, can we play Joe's video?
Yeah. We can play that. Which one?
Steph retweeted it today, and I saw it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we can play that one.
Hold
if you
on,
got
let
it.
me get it. I do. I'm just having my computer's being really fucking stupid. Okay. I got it. My computer's just being really slow today.
It happens.
Okay, did that come up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Sorry, I'm always paranoid that it's not going to, and then I'm gonna start playing it.
You know, the way that Assange seems to be backing Donald Trump over and over and over again, it makes me very seriously question Assange's efforts to actually be a journalist and not to be a part of.
Oh,
we have to stop. Cenk Uygur. Cenk fucking Uygur questioning the journalistic integrity of Julian Assange. That is amazing. Cenk fucking Uygur, the guy who used to do up the skirt videos and posted the revenge porn of a teenager on
which
his
is
show.
wild.
Yeah, the revenge porn of a teenager on his show, live on his show. I think also posted it on tyt.com.
The one where he was talking to one of his like employees about like filming for Playboy.
Yeah.
You know.
But yeah, you're going to question the journalistic integrity of Julian Assange?
Yes, he is, because that's his job.
Yeah.
Because Katzenberg made sure of it.
But that wasn't enough to cancel him.
No.
He wasn't canceled then. No.
He got exposed as the unprincipled careerist opportunist that he is.
Again,
by Debbie Wasserman Schultz.
Mike Figueredo.
And this was over.
Matt Taibbi.
This was over a letter.
Yeah.
A letter. One
a typo.
Singular letter that actually Misty was right.
It was still correct.
Even if it's wrong.
Yeah. Was still accurate.
Was
still totally accurate. Yes.
Even though it wasn't the one he meant to use, it still applied.
It still applies. Still 100% accurate. Yeah.
Right.
Yes. But he's just a careerist opportunist, blah, 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 blah. This guy saying that about Matt Taibbi. And listen, Matt Taibbi, I'm sure there is an element of him that wants to be successful and wants to, you know what I mean? But he seems to be, I mean, he left Rolling Stone. He does good work. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's perfect, but he does good work. And so Mike Figueredo, of all people, who's never left his studio, has never handled a source, has never done any actually investigative work. Mike Figueredo has things to say about Matt Taibbi. Fascinating.
Well, people.
Really disappointing and sad to see, because Glenn, I thought, was a real journalist, and we've praised him on the show many times, and he did some amazing stories in the past. I'm not really sure about any of his past stories. Did he hide evidence on purpose in all of those? I don't know.
You can spend your time doing what Aaron Mate is doing, is denying genocide all day long, because that's also a path to making a lot of money on the internet.
So Connolly just demonstrated that Matt Taibbi was Elon Musk's useful little idiot who willingly promoted a biased.
He has the fucking FBI.
And then
asking
was fired.
social media companies for his information to give to the government of Ukraine. But yeah, he's totally just a grifter.
And then he stepped down from that organization so that it wouldn't appear exactly how Mike said it appeared.
Oh, God, these people.
Yep.
Again, what's her name? What's that girl? Naomi?
Something like that.
That's not right.
Familiar.
That's not right. But I'm bad at names. Sorry. I'm not really actually sorry. Not for this one.
I know whoever she is, but I can't remember.
I know who she is too, but I can't think of it. She blocked me ages ago. No surprise there. But yeah, she was
part of that. They paid TYT paid all of them to be journalists at one point. Investigative.
Yeah.
And then
fired them all after they raised $2 million? They did a fundraiser to hire more investigative journalists. They raised $2 million from their viewers, and then they fired everybody.
Is her name.
Instead of actually hiring people.
Nomiki Kunst.
Yeah, that's a grift, y'all. That's a grift. What TYT doing a fundraiser claiming that they're going to hire more investigative journalists, taking your money, $2 million worth of viewer funds, and then firing everybody?
Or paying for a book deal that never actually was written.
Right?
That's
a grift.
Yep.
narrative, all for personal gain. And when Connolly tried to get him to admit that Musk hadn't given him the full story about how Trump was also trying to use his power to get tweets removed, well, all Taibbi could do was invoke Democrats, like the hack that he is.
It seems like Assange just picked a side, and look,
Jimmy.
It makes me question
Dude,
his reporting.
Stare
and
he gives at this camera.
And so that's the situation we're in now. So now
Jimmy
is he
has
just
great
leaking
eyes,
things
too.
that he
really
gets,
does.
no matter what, in which case I would respect that?
Like,
Or is he
the way he
selectively
uses
leaking
them.
based on his political motives?
Like
now
that
that
whole
Yeah.
suspicion
just
is out
stare
there
at
and
just
it's
the little
real and it's possible,
nuances.
well, now I'm concerned that he can't be trusted.
Because Matt Taibbi used to be a good journalist. He was critical of the billionaire class and the establishment, but now he's on Team Red, presumably because that's where the money is.
I like Max as a person. I haven't really
Sam Cedar
followed his work in
That
the way that I used to
motherfucker
years
follows
ago.
me
I
on
don't think
Twitter.
that his
Why, sir? Why?
He likes chicks from Ohio. It's gotta be what
I have
it is.
nothing in common with Sam Cedar. There's no way he agrees with me on literally anything, probably. And then he claimed to have talked about the October rally. Because I was going hard at everybody. I was like, hey, you should talk about this. Hey, you should talk about this. And he claims that he did. And then I asked for a clip. I've still yet to see a clip. And I'm not going to go watch 2 hours of a Sam Cedar show to find like a 10-second clip where he may or may not have talked about the October 8th rally. I am not doing that to myself. It's not a thing that's going to happen. So I'm still doubtful that it exists. But I don't know why. I don't know if he still follows me. I'll check, but I don't know why he would follow me. That's weird.
Recent behavior invalidates the good work that he's done in the past, but certainly going forward, nothing that he says should be taken seriously. The Matt Taibbi of today is completely different than the person that we all used to respect,
I don't know
that we
if
had
that's him
fond
for real.
memories
Oh, yeah, it
of.
is.
But career-wise, I have no doubt that this
me.
decision, his shift to the right, is very lucrative. But when it comes down to morality and ethics,
Very lucrative. Because Matt Taibbi's penthouse is
he's totally
gilded.
like loaded. I mean, I think he's gonna buy a yacht next week. We're gonna all go hang out.
Dude, it sounds like so much fun.
It does. I'm really excited about it. It's gonna be a blast. I've never been on a yacht before. It'll be my first time, so it's fucking ridiculous. Oh,
Find that other Joe video on AOC. He did one on that too.
but also, can I just say really quickly before we do that? Also, I would like for Matt Taibbi to have some money. I would like for good journalists to make decent money for their work and to be rewarded for that instead of criminals and politicians.
All of us should be like extremely wealthy. Like all of us.
People who do good. Yes, I would like people who do good work to be rewarded instead of corrupt people. That would be excellent. If we could figure out a way for that to happen, I would be totally on board with that. 100%.
I mean, if we
board.
could share the wealth, we'd all have billions to throw around.
Yeah. Yes. So being mad, like the whole, and like when people call, well, I mean, any of us are grifter, but I mean, like I have always done shit for free. Like I've never had my channel it's never been monetized. None of them have ever been monetized. Like I've tried to be, and it doesn't matter. It does not. I've learned it doesn't matter. I should have taken all the money. You know what I mean? It wouldn't have mattered. And it's never good enough.
Even if you did, you'd have like $10. You know, like well, like
maybe
we're monetized and we barely have anything. Like people think that everyone makes so much money. Like Jimmy Dore, especially, like dude's able to afford a pretty modest house outside of LA.
California. Yeah, like his house is. People try to pretend like it's some estate. It's not that big, y'all. Like my house is probably got, 3 times the size in Ohio.
I think he's got a 2-bedroom with a nice. 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and then a single bath for like a guest.
Yeah,
like it's not crazy. Like in Ohio,
it's a nice house. It's in a nice area.
A couple grand. You know, like it wouldn't be ridiculous. It's just because it's in LA California, with a garage.
Of course, it's expensive.
Yeah,
a garage literally costs $1 million there. You know what I mean? Like it's insane. Like I'm like a real estate junkie. I love looking at houses, especially old houses. It's my jam.
Yeah.
If you're an old house person too, there is a website. If you haven't heard of it, I think it's called Old House Dreams. I am so addicted. It's when I can't sleep, I scroll through old houses. I'm not even joking. That's what I do when I can't sleep. I love old houses. The older, the better. I love them. I love them.
an old house, old murder show, and then you'd be fine.
Oh my God. There are old house, old murder.
We bought this old house and there was a murder in it. Let's talk
there's
about
lots
that.
of those. There are already lots of those. But yes, that's my jam. Like that's my jam. I love old houses. Cynic, if you love old houses, I'm serious. I'll get the link for you. I'm not joking. I love it so much. I've been probably I've probably been obsessed with this for like at least 2 years.
Yeah.
This is what I do when I cannot sleep. Okay, I'm gonna hit the link for you guys. So for anybody who wants to go check out, I know it sounds so stupid, but you want to go check out some old houses.
Old houses.
I'm also like a history nerd though, and that's part of it. I love to like go into an old house and just stand there and look around and think about all of the different people who have lived in those rooms and what did they do and what were their names. And
I have to send you. We could play it online too.
What?
I'm trying to remember what it's called. I'll have to find it. But it's
haunted
literally
house
like
flippers. That would be so
it's almost it's a house thing. Find the
I
shower.
have that shit. God damn it. We have it on our Xbox.
In private chat, I sent you Twitter, by the way.
Oh, the Joe thing?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What's this one?
Oh, it's on AOC.
Oh, I don't know if I've seen this one. Oh, maybe I have. Is this an older one?
No.
Oh,
It's
then
new.
maybe I just haven't seen this one yet. Oh, this is exciting. You guys will get my live reaction on this. I have not seen this yet.
Oh, no. Did they take it down?
Dude, Twitter doesn't show me shit anymore.
Not that. I'm talking about the thing I'm looking for.
No, I mean, I'm just saying Twitter doesn't show me shit anymore. Like if I follow you, I don't see your shit. If I don't see anybody's shit, I get a bunch of dumb shit that I don't from people I don't follow, don't know all the time. Like that Pearl chick, all of a sudden that started getting thrown into my feed every fucking day. I was seeing all of her tweets. I don't give a fuck. I didn't know who she was until then. I would have been fine not knowing. And now I know. It's annoying. All right. Are we ready for this?
Yes.
Did it come up? I'm sorry. I keep asking.
Yes.
I'm just paranoid. I could check. I'm just lazy.
I need to redo my nails.
Slay Queen.
Thanks for joining me on this voyage instead of staying in turgid denial, living spellbound and hypnotized by the systems of idiocracy that govern and dominate our lives. Well done. Well done for waking up and not accepting the spoon-fed gruel that they offer you.
And I really want to go through this quickly because AOC isn't worthy of our time.
Like, shut up! Shut up! Don't expose my queen!
I need to redo my nails. And I've decided that I'm going to use my new manicure as almost like a personal act of reclamation for me and my story.
Slay Queen.
Comment on the situation in Venezuela.
We're working on our
So we have to forget about AOC. She's window dressing.
We're working on her stuff.
How you being mean? This is violence.
Of course, I think we all remember what seemed like a really valiant effort by Cori Bush to sleep on the steps of Congress until it was extended, of course, shortly thereafter.
I love Afeni's facial expressions.
It was overturned. Anyway, Afeni, I'm seeing some facial expressions. I know that you were there at those protests. Why those facial expressions?
Because the ask was never enough.
Get it, girl.
It was never big. They never dreamed big enough for me.
AOC is the definition of controlled opposition.
Yes, Joe. Yes, Joe. You're doing very well, Joe. This is very good. Yes. Nancy, you're my mama bear. I'll do whatever you say. I'll cry if you tell me mean things.
I need to redo my nails.
Slay Queen.
But you can see how she could be used as a symbol for radicalism that has no real ability for that radicalism to translate into change.
I need to redo my nails.
Slay Queen.
Like AOC going to like the Amazon labor union.
Right. That whole mess.
Yeah. But she was giving a speech, and it was like fell flat completely because I was just like, I don't believe any of this,
Shut up! Shut up! Don't expose my queen!
That AOC will, quote, reflect on fulfilling the courageous Israeli leader's mission for peace and justice today in the U.S. and Israel, unquote. But that is not how Palestinians remember Yitzhak Rabin's mission and legacy.
I need to redo my nails.
Slay Queen.
Joe's done it again.
Dude, he kills.
He's done it again.
He's so good.
He is so good. And yes, y'all, who is still supporting that? Who? Sam Cedar. People like that. That's why
Yep.
I don't understand how you can still. I just don't get it.
A lot of them are finding it hard.
Bree calling that a valiant effort.
Oh,
so bad.
Yep.
So bad. What is Nick saying where? Which time? He was saying Slay Queen.
Yeah.
That's the one that was like repeated. Is that the thing that you're asking?
People probably want me to put it on the soundboard, I imagine. Nick
Yes,
saying
please.
Slay Queen.
Yes, please.
You know.
Yeah, we need that.
Also, we had today we had Amazon union leader Chris Smalls working with the National Action Network.
Really?
I don't know if you're aware of what that is.
No,
but
I don't follow
Al
the Chris
Sharpton's
Smalls
thing.
stuff, honestly. I know that's like a thing you guys have been doing for a while, and I've like read your stuff on. I just can't make myself care, so I just don't follow it. I don't know what he's doing.
So he's working with the Reverend Al Sharpton now. So that's.
We need Reverend Annie Chambers. We need to get Reverend Annie Chambers on the phone so we can talk about Al Sharpton.
She can talk about Al Sharpton.
Let's talk about Al Sharpton with Reverend Annie Chambers. Let's do that.
Dude, I would die. What do you mean? She's
off.
Gonna light that guy up.
She goes off. I love Annie Chambers. Yeah, I should get her on the show again just to talk about that, so we can get a soundbite for the soundboard.
I want to just pull out just her rolling up on the scoot like she did. Like
during the rally when somebody when there was a fight. Yeah.
She means like she has like minigun energy on that thing. It's like she's got just rockets coming out that scoot coming in, just
well, that's nothing
blast.
new for her. Like even Ian afterwards, I was like, oh my god, because I mean he's my friend, they're my friends, I don't want anything bad to happen to them, so I was like, I'm so sorry, I was so worried, whatever, and he's like, dude, this isn't shit. I mean we're from Baltimore, like we deal with this all the time, like they're in the streets all the time, and they deal with that all the time. People disagreeing with them or getting angry or whatever. That's nothing new for Annie. She's a fucking Black Panther. She doesn't need my help. You know what I mean? She'll roll up on you. Yeah, she's been there, done that, and she's still kicking ass. So I love her.
Chris Smalls working with Al Sharpton, so that's got to do some good things, right?
That'll be good for sure.
AOC with Teamsters, that's gonna go well.
And Biden, that's gonna be, she's on. Yeah. This is all good stuff, y'all. I'm so glad we voted again.
Pasta also had a thing on AOC today where people complained about being fired for COVID stuff and what she was gonna do about it.
And from her team or whatever, or just in general?
Yeah, just in general.
Oh, okay. I think a lot of people, there needs to be a reckoning. People lost their jobs. People lost their houses. I mean, shit went down, and there's not ever going to be a reckoning. There's never going to be accountability there. I don't think.
Speaking of reckoning, isn't it a little odd that the Pope meets with Stella Assange? Or is that just me?
No, it's weird. It's that's weird. It's also weird that the Pope will meet with Stella Assange, but Anthony Albanese refuses.
Isn't that even weirder?
That's fun.
Like,
fuck that guy. Y'all, I can play that. Hold on. I have that because I played it on my show. You guys want to hear what Anthony Albanese has to say about, she took her first trip to Australia recently. And while she was there, she requested a meeting with Anthony Albanese, who's the Prime Minister of her husband's home country. He is a citizen of Australia. He is currently being held as a political prisoner. Anthony Albanese has claimed that he wants to see an end to that. He has said enough is enough. He has said that he has talked to the Biden administration. He has made all of these claims. But when Stella wants to meet with him privately, mind you, just a private meeting with the wife of an Australian citizen who is also being held as a political prisoner. And I'll play you what let me find it. Here, this is what he had to say. Tell me if you can hear it, because I'm paranoid. Okay, here we go.
Give the call to the honourable member for Clark.
Speaker, my question is to the Prime Minister. Prime Minister, you would be aware that Stella Assange is in Parliament House and in fact is in the gallery right now. Prime Minister, why are you not meeting with Stella today? Will you meet with Stella tomorrow? And why won't you do more to see Julian Assange reunited with Stella and their young sons, Gabriel and Max?
Call to the Prime Minister.
Here's some
I
bullshit.
thank the member for his question. And indeed, who I meet with is determined by the priorities
The priorities, meaning Julian is not a priority.
that my office has. A priority for us isn't doing something that is a demonstration. It's actually
A demonstration, a private meeting. Again,
Didn't he meet with bankers and business people like not that long ago?
he has private
Okay.
meetings with people all the time.
Yeah.
It's not a demonstration. That's a private meeting. You absolute douche canoe. Seriously?
Yep.
Okay, hold on. It gets worse.
doing something that produces an outcome. And that's my focus, not grandstanding.
Grandstanding.
Uh-huh.
Grandstanding. A private meeting with the wife
Yep.
of a political prisoner who you claim to support and want to see set free, who you have a tremendous amount of influence over the outcome of this case. You're the prime minister of his home country, and you claim to be allies and friends with the United States, who that's where the
Mhm.
charges come from. You could be having those conversations and easily have a huge amount of influence there. And instead, this is the bullshit we get.
And so if I thought that that would help,
Order.
then yes, there would be a case that the member for Clark has. But I've made it very clear to the US administration and also to the UK administration of the Australian government's view. And I appreciate the fact that that is now a bipartisan view after the comments last week of the Leader of the Opposition. That enough is enough when it comes to the ongoing incarceration of Julian Assange,
So
that
do
nothing
something.
is served from the ongoing incarceration of Julian Assange.
So
And
do
what I
something.
have done,
Do something.
what I have done
What have you done?
is
What?
to act in
Tell
the
me.
most effective way
Really?
possible.
How?
How? You've acted in the how? I would like to know how. What conversations have been had? What have you said? What has the response been? Who have you spoken to? Have you spoken to Joe Biden directly? What's the process been like? What is the conversation? Where are we at in those negotiations? Have you offered a deal? I would like to know specifics. I think we're entitled to know specifics. Instead, you get a fucking word salad. Here, listen. Here, I'm going to go back a couple seconds so that you can hear where he starts off this nonsense about what he's done.
Of Julian Assange. And what I have done,
What I've done.
what I have done is to act in the most effective way possible. If having a demonstration produced an outcome, then there would be an argument. But what I have done is act diplomatically
Really?
in order to maximise the opportunity that is there of breaking through an issue which has gone on for far too long.
Really?
So I appreciate
What the fuck did he do? Does anybody know what he just said? I don't know what he just said. What the fuck did he do? Those were words. Those were words for sure. That was like a Kamala Harris moment. Not quite as bad, but you know.
the members' sincerity on this issue, along with a range of other members from across the parliament who have raised this issue. As an Australian citizen, I have made representations. I will continue to do so. This issue is not a simple one,
Yes,
and I do not make my motivation here is not to make
not to piss off my masters. That's my motivation here. Is I'm trying to tiptoe around this and tap dance around this. I'm trying to make it look as if I'm doing something so that you will shut up. But really, I'm just going to let them do whatever they're doing because I don't want to make any waves, and I'm trying to keep myself in a position of power. So stop asking me about this, would you?
a judgment. People will have different judgments about the actions of Mr. Assange and can still reach that conclusion of enough is enough. But it is certainly my view that this issue does need to be resolved, and I'll continue to advocate, as I continue to advocate for Australian citizens around the world. That is the role that the Australian government has, That's the role we'll continue to have. And I'm very pleased that this is now a bipartisan issue, and I acknowledge that.
He acknowledges that. He's not going to do shit.
Who he supports is the Australian citizens that have money.
Yeah.
That's who he supports.
Yes. And who also are not the sworn enemies of the people who own him.
I'm trying to
find He's not going to cross his owners. That's what it is. Whatever they say he's allowed to do, that's what he's doing. That's what he's doing.
Do you know about the Center for Inclusive Capitalism? Have you heard of this?
No. The fuck is that?
Okay.
That's a thing?
A video.
Is it like satire?
Unfortunately not. Most people don't know. So it's WEF kind of rebranded.
Oh, because that's what we need.
Yep. This happened a minute ago.
Okay. I'm trying to catch up
find
on
a
the
video
chat.
for it.
No, you're fine. I'm trying to catch up on the chat. Oh, hey, Snow Himbo's here.
Nice.
Hi, dude.
Is this it?
Charlie's here. I'm so bad at the chat, you guys. I am genuinely so sorry. I'm sure that you guys say amazing things in there and have funny jokes, and I always forget to read them.
Hopefully this is the video that we played a long time ago.
Yes, word salad. That's what that was. Vomit word salad. Yes. They were words.
Okay. Putting a link in private chat.
Charlie needs a wrench too. Yeah, Charlie does need a wrench. Can we make that happen?
Yes.
And Cenk, for that matter.
Yes, I think Cenk has one, but we'll see.
Cenk's here.
I can at least do it on our channel.
Okay.
Did
somebody say hi, Kit? Oh, Hardlands is here. Hey, Kit.
What's up, Kit? Kit's here.
I love Kit. I love Hardlands. Hardlands should get a wrench. Everybody go check out Hardlands. Follow, like, subscribe, share, do all the things.
All right. Let me scroll up to him.
Oh, stop it.
You find that video I sent?
Yeah, I'm getting ready to play it.
Cool.
Again, my computer's being really fucking slow.
Yep.
Which is ridiculous because I have amazing internet.
Yep.
Okay. Again, I'm going to ask. Did that come up?
I think so far. Yeah.
All right. That's going to be like a tagline on this show.
Boy.
Did that come up? Okay. Ready? Are you ready?
Yep.
Here we go. I don't know if I can
like
watch
the way you look.
I don't know if I can watch this. Is there my sound's on.
Yeah, turn the sound on. There you go.
Sorry.
You're good.
È necessario urgente un sistema economico giusto, affidabile e in grado di rispondere alle sfide più radicali che l'umanità e il pianeta si trovano ad
The guy on the right
affrontare.
doesn't look real.
We are answering Pope Francis's challenge to create
that
more
lady.
inclusive economies
Sure do.
that spread the benefit of
If
capitalism
she's involved.
more equitably and allow individuals to
run.
realize their full potential.
Wrong. Incorrect.
A majority of people around the world say that they think their families will be worse
guy.
off in 5 years.
Oh my God.
That's a scenario that we simply can't accept.
Too much wealth
Poor
has
foundation.
accreted to too few people.
If you make money, what's the point if you're not prepared to share it?
The IT
If the people who help make
wait,
that.
This is real?
Yes.
Come on.
Yes. It's real. It's really real.
On.
Wait, there's more. It gets
Okay.
worse.
This is not like, come on.
Uh-huh.
Wealth for you can't live
They
with
partner with the
dignity.
Vatican
It's
to do
inclusive
it.
capitalism, though, and we have to recognize that
Inclusive
starting from where we are to where we need to get to, we need to bring everyone along,
With the big
and there will
NATO
be adjustments
flag in the
that
back.
come with that.
Aligning our innovation with the UN Sustainable Development Goals
DuPont!
and the
CEO.
priorities of inclusive capitalism is both a
DuPont. We want to share our money. Inclusive. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
The fact that they can say this shit with a straight listen, kudos. This deserves an Oscar. I don't know for what. But this deserves an Oscar. Is there a thing for like I don't know what you would call that. It's not acting. Is it acting? I don't know. Do you think they've convinced themselves that this is legit?
Yes.
Like they're that psychopathic?
Yeah.
They believe their own bullshit. You really think that?
A little bit.
I think some of them do. I think there are some. Yeah.
To sleep at night, you're gonna have to compartmentalize and rationalize. And,
yeah, that's true.
You know.
I think there are some who are genuinely that evil. And
you
they
put
are
on that new Armani suit, baby, you forget about it.
I want to share my money. I just spent $5,000 on this tie, but we're gonna share. Yeah. Sharing is caring.
Business and sustainability imperative.
Oh my God.
Pope's
Two
here.
reasons I think why I'd say
concrete.
No,
BP.
To inclusive capitalism matter. I mean, the first and not to be underestimated, really important, is they can inspire other people. And the second thing that I would say around concrete public commitments is they can help build trust.
Leaders in the business community can be a unifying force. They can be a source of opportunity. They can be a source of understanding. So we as business leaders can step up and solve many of these economic problems.
I think business plays a very important role in resolving these challenges. I think businesses have to become part of the solution through leadership by example and through leadership by incentives.
Capitalism is at the heart of innovation that creates higher standards of living. And we know that it's been working, yet we also know we can do a lot better.
We need a new system focused on the well-being of people. It's a big challenge, but if it is done right, the benefits will be immense.
If done right, there can be no defense.
It's not just an asset manager. It's not just a CEO. It's not just these boards of directors. We have to work collectively over the long term.
What I think capitalism has to stand for to be inclusive capital. How we help everybody having.
Yeah.
The absolute lack of self-awareness that it takes to talk like this when you are the fucking president and CEO of Bank of America.
Mm-hmm.
So does he actually he actually believes this?
Well, their whole thing is that it's capitalism for brown people too. That's this whole thing.
Yeah. That's what I'm gathering.
Yeah. That's it. You know, the Pope's here. He's cool with this. You know,
I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't even have words, honestly.
So, and the Rothschilds are here.
I mean, like I said, if they're involved, obviously it's a great thing. We should totally be doing that thing.
And this just went under the radar. No one noticed this.
I didn't notice it. I didn't see it.
Yeah. I forget. Someone did an article on it that I grabbed. This is old. Yeah. This is like, old as in like the last year.
How the fuck did I miss this?
I don't know.
All right. I want to watch the rest of it.
Video,
there's only like 40 seconds. I want to watch the rest of it.
Equal access to the opportunity. Have the economic mobility.
The council is a terrific body in which we can assemble a critical mass of companies to join and commit to concrete actions that not only affect and improve the communities in which we live, but affect the world community of which we're all a part of.
Yeah, you're doing that, douche canoe. You're doing that.
Yep.
You're affecting the world. Yeah, we don't need more of that. Thank you. No more of that. Thanks. We'll pass. Big pass.
Yep. Become a steward of inclusive capitalism.
Make your own commitment to action. Really? You got the balls to call on poor people to do your work for you? As always?
In the description of that video, I guarantee you there's a website. You should go to the website.
Okay. Yeah, there it is. Inclusivecapitalism.com.
Yeah.
What the fuck? These are like the worst people on planet Earth right here. That's who that is. That's who that is. All right, what was it?
Inclusive it's in the description of that video.
Too lazy to go find it, which is weird because typing it's harder, but you know.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, I feel you.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
So yeah, scroll around, take a
About
look at the
Us.
About Us.
Oh, I want to see the advisors. Let's see. Oh, there's different committees. Okay, we've got Oh, okay, let's see.
CEO of Vail. Like
Salesforce, DuPont.
Yeah. Glasgow Financial.
Merck.
Yeah, all the heads of banking and
yeah. This is,
know,
I mean, I'm sure this is fine. There's a Rothschild.
Yeah.
Estee Lauder.
The Rothschild, in fact.
Yeah.
Lynn Forrester, who's like the devil incarnate.
Yeah. No, my husband says that's Nancy Pelosi.
Rich Lesser. That's a funny name in context. You know, you know. Like, it could be poor Moorer, but that's not a thing.
The California State Treasurer is involved.
Yes.
That seems like a weird. That's a little weird.
Ofkin Holding, a lot of these
Bank
holding
of America.
groups.
That still makes me laugh. Oh,
That's
the United Nations.
It's
United
funny.
Nations, guys. It's got to be good, right?
Let's see. I know I'm gonna have to go
PayPal.
back into the.
Oh my god.
Into the records that I have, because I don't think I played the same video. I might have.
Jesus.
Yep. So yeah, this is a thing.
Stewards. What are stewards? What they keep saying that? What is that?
People that gave us money, but not as much money as the other people, probably.
Okay. So these are just probably financial contributors, and then the other people are like board member. I don't know.
Yep.
These are all douche canoes too.
I'm trying to remember.
I can guarantee you, everybody involved in this is a like raging douche canoe.
Oh yeah, very much so.
For sure.
I imagine we're gonna be looking at we're close.
This is terrible. This is terrible.
Yes, it is. Which is why I covered it at one point.
Our work.
But it's just the fact that whenever I see the Pope, I think of this. This is what I think of.
Oh, clean energy. Here we go.
Yep, that's part of it.
Here we go.
Yeah, there's a whole
Universal
longer
net
video that I think
energy. Bullshit.
goes through all of this crap.
Workforce evolution. Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah.
Community resilience. Oh. Collaboration and transparency. Please tell me more.
Please tell me more.
The Just Transition Framework for Company Action is a comprehensive guide for governments, companies of all industries, and civic organizations to manage the transition to net zero emissions energy in ways that are just. What are the four core pillars? Number 1, supporting universal access to energy and a net zero emissions world. Bullshit. Number 2, evolving the energy workforce to support a low and zero carbon energy future. Bullshit. Number 3, building community resilience. What the fuck does that even mean? And number 4, fostering collaboration and transparency through the process. I want to know more about this transparency stuff here. Where can I find more? Where can I find more about that?
That's just transparent as you get.
Wait, that's it? Like, if I click on this, will you tell me more about transparency? Well, I don't know what to tell you. That's not very.
Yeah, that was what, a 3-minute video,
yeah.
Right?
Like 3:48 or something.
There's a 5-minute one.
Oh, I don't need to see any more.
Yeah, I'm just trying to look at where it was different. If anything, I think there's
Greta
a few
approved
other people.
website. Yeah, that's a Greta approved organization.
Approved. This guy, this is the guy I wanted to like. They brought in this like. Let me do this. Can I drag from here? Yes, I can.
Oh, we have 68 people watching. We need one more. I'm a child.
One more person.
We need one more, please. I don't want to see any more. I don't know who that guy is though.
This guy, he is
obviously
just like a cardinal.
Okay.
Cardinal of the
Catholic Church.
Of the Catholic Church. I mean, this is
it's obviously got to be good, right? And holy and just.
This guy. This is the other one.
Who's he?
MasterCard.
Banga?
MasterCard.
Okay. MasterCard. Okay. Yeah. Okay. The transparency is a bit murky. A little bit. A little bit.
This Ford.
Dude, 88 will get me canceled again. What are you trying to do?
EY, we went through him. CalPERS went through her. Bank of America.
Yeah, that's the video. Is that the video we just watched? Or is that
part of it's a slightly different edit?
It looks like that part. I don't remember that.
Allianz.
Maybe I do. Yeah,
no,
that's
it wasn't
just
in
terrible.
the other one.
That's just terrible. Terrible. Just a batch of affluent figures eager to redistribute their wealth, right? I mean...
I love how... Bitch, you can't even keep a rosemary alive. Like...
No. The Rothschilds have had money for a very long time. If they wanted to share, they could have done it already.
Money. Yeah.
I mean...
Like they got Spanish doubloons in the vault, you know, like they're they're old shit.
They're old money, y'all. Old, like maybe like some of the oldest money other than the Catholic Church on planet Earth. That's old money.
Misty, you got to make your own commitments to inclusive capitalism.
Inclusive capitalism can kiss my ass. My whole ass. No, thank you. I have absolutely no desire to make any such commitment to inclusive capitalism. Go fuck yourselves. That's how I feel about that. I have no desire to be included with any of those guys.
I just love that they roped the Vatican in there too, you know?
Yeah.
Like they couldn't have put evil with evil.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the Catholic Church needs to be shut the fuck down.
Yeah.
I can't believe I can, because I mean, listen, it is what it is. But the idea that they have, like, we know that they have sexually assaulted thousands of children and harbored pedophiles and protected pedophiles.
Not to mention the Inquisition, which no one expects.
But I'm talking about like current, right now.
Yes.
They are now protecting and hiding and all of those.
Yep.
Everybody's just cool with that, I guess.
Yep.
It's so fucking weird to me. I don't know. It needs to be shut the fuck down. Shut the church down.
Well,
shut
make
it
sure
down.
to pick up an inclusive capitalism T-shirt. You know.
No, I should just for fun.
Yeah.
I should just for fun.
You just gotta make one. You don't want
I guarantee you, I could wear it and people would think it was a joke.
Yes.
People would be like, "That's funny. I like your shirt." You know what I mean? 100%.
So, yeah, this was 2 years ago. Is when my video
how did I miss that? For 2
they just
years.
They just put a 3-minute up. They're like, "Oh, the 5 minutes too long from 2 years ago." You know, we're gonna have to. 2 weeks ago, they put up a 3-minute one.
Wow.
You know, so, but
yeah,
that's the thing.
Shut the church down. I'm not joking when I say that. The church.
Yeah.
I guess I feel pretty sure. Like, I'm not trying to take away anybody's right to religion. Obviously, that's not how I roll. However, the Catholic Church is a criminal organization. It's essentially the mob. Only they hide behind religion. It's not it's not I think that the average Catholic believer, like the average person, it's not what they stand for in any way. But they're able to, it's kind of like the way Israel hides behind anti-Semitism. They hide behind being the Catholic Church, and you can't criticize the Catholic Church. We're a religious organization. Obviously, we would do nothing wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They've been able to hide behind that for a very long time. And it is a criminal organization. 100%. It is a money laundering operation. They have done some of the worst things in the world in history. They continue to do some really terrible, horrible things.
Yeah.
And everybody's just cool with it because it's the Catholic Church. It's weird.
Well, and we also got cocaine at the White House.
I mean, I'd be surprised if there wasn't cocaine in the White House, honestly.
Dude, there's got to be cocaine over every surface in that entire building. Like,
Dude.
if we were going to swab that whole place, like,
yeah,
you know.
Yes.
So you're
I
probably.
don't know. They probably clean pretty well.
Clinton's
I'm sure that
DNA
those
you
people
know,
clean pretty well.
You'd
for
think.
sure.
I mean, you know, They missed stuff apparently. Oh, I had an interesting thing that happened this week. So I broke my phone.
Oh,
had
good.
to get a new phone.
Okay.
Got a new phone used off Amazon. Ordered it. It arrived. Right. I turn it on. About to set it up. I sign into the Wi-Fi, and it gives me a screen that says this is owned by an organization. Either contact admin.
Oh no.
Right. Or, sign in. Right. And I obviously didn't have a sign in for whatever this organization was, called the number on it, and I get Trevor from the FBI.
Oh, good.
So
nice. Hi, Trevor from the FBI.
Right. And Trevor told me that's a bureau phone. And
nice.
The sheriff's office had to come out and pick it up.
Are you serious?
Straight up. Not even joking.
Holy shit, dude.
Like, and my paranoid ass was like, well, I'm never using that phone, even if they give it back to me.
No.
So I just order another one, and we're going to send that one back. So
no. And Baba Yaga, I honestly don't know if I have the headspace. I don't know if I can get into the headspace to watch that movie. Because I already know The Sound of Freedom. For those, sorry, I forget sometimes that everybody's not reading the same comment I am. The Sound of Freedom. I already know, like, I'm a true crime nerd, and so I've gone down what was it called? Fuck, the name of it. Shit. I think it was in Nebraska. There's so much. And what's his name? Motherfuck. I wish I was better at names, you guys. Johnny. Who took Johnny? What's his last name?
Majorca.
Johnny Gosh.
Okay.
The Johnny Gosh case is kind of affiliated with some of this, like human trafficking, child sex trafficking. And I've gone down that rabbit hole, and it's a lot. I don't know that I have the ability to watch that movie. I don't know.
Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wild Wild Country?
I don't think so.
Osho. You should watch. There's two documentaries. That's on
Should
Netflix.
I watch it though? Should I?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
It's not anywhere near as bad. It's this guy bought like a ton of land in, I think, Montana, and like made a whole. He was like one of those guru culty guys.
Oh yeah.
With a wife that was like badass as shit, that was running the whole thing pretty much.
Okay.
And she was having people, whacked and all that fun stuff. It's an interesting thing. It's like a docuseries on Netflix. And then Bikram. You should watch Bikram as well. Bikram's like yoga cult dude. Like,
oh yeah, I think I've heard of that.
Like Bikram yoga is now just called hot yoga.
Yeah.
Like they don't
I can't
call it
do
Bikram
yoga
anymore.
I can't.
So,
I cannot do yoga. I've tried.
Hot yoga is even worse.
I cannot.
Regular yoga is bad enough. You do the occasional move that helps specific things that you have problems with, but
Yeah, I mean, like I can stretch. Yeah.
It's advanced stretching. That's
I
all
cannot do yoga. I can't. My brain. I can't like calm myself down.
Becca said, not Montana.
What?
Becca C said it. Osho was Oregon. She was there apparently.
Oh.
So it's great.
Wherever.
So.
Yeah, I can't do. I wish I could do yoga because I'm sure it's like amazing, but I just can't.
Some of it's.
I know that like it's something you're supposed to be able to like train your mind. I have legitimately tried. I cannot. I can't meditate. I can't do any of that stuff.
Do you do the guided?
No,
guided
I can't.
The best stuff.
I can't.
You could.
No.
You just have to sit there and do it.
I do. Try.
That's it.
And I can't.
You did it. That means you did it.
All right, maybe for like 4.5 seconds.
15 minutes? You think you could do 15 minutes?
I don't think so.
I bet you
My
could.
brain is like constantly pinging everywhere else. I can't like.
That's fine.
You breathe, and I'm like, okay, I'll breathe, and then I'm like, okay, tomorrow I have to go to the grocery store, and it's like boom, 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 boom,
and then you just got to bring yourself back.
And then I'm like, oh wait, I'm supposed to be listening to somebody, and then I'm like, okay, all right, and then I listen. It's been like
the one that I use. He literally talks about like, yeah, if that happens, don't worry about it. It's like okay,
yeah,
cool.
I can't.
I can't.
It's just too, and then I feel bad because I'm like,
you feel bad because you feel like you've wasted 15 minutes. You're like,
that too.
I just sat here. You know?
I just sat here for 15 minutes.
Like,
and I think
like,
I heard
forbid.
maybe 4.5 words that this person said. I'm supposed to be listening the whole time.
And if you don't, you're just gonna fall asleep after a minute. You're like, all right, I'm gone.
Yeah.
So
I can like maybe
I
should try when I'm going to sleep more because I listen to.
They got good sleep ones for that.
Yeah, I need to probably try to do that. I'm gonna try to lucid dream too.
Headspace is probably the best for me with that. You can do like a 10-minute session, and it walks
I think you told me about that before.
It walks you through how to do it, so it gets you through that like where your brain's pinging everything. Like it teaches you how to not. You know, which is really useful.
This is my skeptical face.
I know, I get it. I was that way too. Like, and
I have legitimately
do
tried.
Like
really, I have tried.
Yeah.
I mean, like way back in the day, my husband and I did P90X, and there's yoga in that, and I'm like, I would just skip yoga day. I'm like, I can't fucking do this.
Yeah, yoga's. I do specific stuff, but I don't do like a whole set.
Yeah, I can stretch. I stretch.
Yeah.
I can't do like a whole ass yoga session. I just cannot.
So there's a few of them where like that yoga pose the only way to like get a stretch there, so it's like useful to know them, you know.
Yeah. Wait, somebody said something about Super Race. I'm not even on.
Oh yeah,
is that a Rockfin
we're on
thing?
Rockfin. I'll take a look.
I'm not. I can't see any of those comments, so that's gonna have to be a
people
Reade
giving
thing.
us money on Rockfin. Holy shit, that's a thing.
Thanks, guys.
That
would be great.
Cenk is Turkish for cunt, I believe. Greg Walker tips $2.
Thanks,
Misty, did you hear about the only leads the CIA has on the White House blow? Is apparently he looks like a Shooter McGavern and was spotted in Sandy Chinos.
I like the Luke Harding reference. You get points. Points for that.
And then another $2 tip. Reef, that makes sense about your phone. Anyone remember John Karaoke sold his counterterrorism books on eBay when he was in the CIA? I did not. I don't even know who John Karaoke is.
I'm assuming John Kiriakou is who they're referring to.
I hope so. Now I'm only gonna call that guy John Karaoke. So, hi, Mr. Karaoke.
Oh, that's funny. Speaking of Kiriakou, I have Ray McGovern on my show next week. I'm really excited about that. Grandpa Ray has the best stories. So good.
Grandpa Ray. Grandpa.
We've had him on the vigils before, a couple, I don't know, probably 5, 6, 7, I don't know, sometimes. And it's always like, he's one of those, he's like Scott Horton. You just ask him a question, then don't talk for 20 minutes.
Yeah, I like
You know what I mean?
I like those peeps.
I love it. Scott Horton. I'm not joking. I don't like watching myself, so I'm probably not going to do it. But I wish somebody, Jesse and I had him on Facts on the Ground ages ago. And I think honestly, if I remember it correctly, I'm pretty sure we just asked him a single question, and I'm not sure either of us talked for like an hour. I'm not joking. I'm pretty sure we may have like laughed, chuckled, said yeah or something, but I don't think we asked another question. I don't think we said another thing. I think Scott Horton just talked for an hour, and which is great.
It's like Jimmy. You can just wind him up and let him go.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
You're like, okay.
Jimmy's a great guest. Like, just guest. Like, I like people who understand the flow of a show, especially radio, because it's like...
Yeah, you're moving
ad
quick.
breaks and all that shit. There's like a flow. And I really like people that... Not that it's bad if you don't. It's fine. I can work with you. But it's just so much easier when... that person understands how it works and it's smooth, and that's fun. It doesn't feel like work then.
Yeah.
That's always good.
We got $2 tip on YouTube from Mouse. We are indeed effed.
We are fucked. Yes, thank you.
We are effed. So that's nice.
Yeah.
David Kennedy asks if I have worry beads. No, I don't. They're Beglary.
What the fuck are worry beads?
Like rosary beads, I guess, would be worry beads.
Yeah,
they're very similar.
I don't do like the crystals or the rocks or the whatever
fidgety Beglary nonsense.
Yeah.
It's just two like nuts on a string, pretty much. That's pretty much.
I have
really
like
what they
Buckeyes. Does that count? I have like Buckeyes on the
sorta.
necklace for football season.
I don't know. I ADHD nonsense. I have to be doing something else to be doing something.
I do this.
Yeah. I just swing in
I'm sorry.
chair.
I'm sure that it's kind of annoying to watch, but I cannot help it. I genuinely I need a chair that doesn't move.
You need to install a swing. You need to go the other way. Just get like a swing pulled down.
I would legitimately
joist right there.
Yes. I would be a very happy girl if I had a swing.
So
I like a swing.
Yeah.
Swings are good.
Yeah, swings are good.
Swings are good fun. Yes.
She says, grinning. But
squeezing the beads. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, Keaton's a good guest too. Keaton gets it. Keaton is like there's good flow there. Also he's a talker. Like it's really hard when people are
it's like, the ones that don't
really want to like it's like one word answers and you're like fuck.
And you're feeling dead air the whole time. Yeah.
Because I already talk a lot. Like I am a rambler. I just like go on and on and on because mostly just because I'm awkward and weird and nervous. And so I just talk a lot. And fast, which is not always great for radio. People give me shit about that all the time. I genuinely cannot help it. It's hard for me. And I don't like, no offense to anybody who speaks slowly, but it is hard. That's hard for me. That is hard. That's why I listen on. If you don't talk like at my speed, I have to listen to you at like 1.5 times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't listen to you live. Slow speakers, it's almost painful.
Yeah, and you feel weird talking over them too.
Yes.
Like, you don't want to interrupt anyone.
Yeah, if it takes you like 45 seconds to get a sentence out, I'm like dying.
Yeah.
I'm like white knuckling it. Like it's hard. And that's not it's not your problem. If you are a slow speaker, this is not a you problem. This is a me problem.
Yeah.
It is just hard.
But also it's a you problem. Figure it out. Talk faster. But
I mean, you don't have to. Yeah. Everybody I think a lot of people like slow speakers. A lot of people I can't tell you the number of comments I get about how fast I talk all the time. Everywhere I go. If I go on fault lines, it's in the chat about how, oh my God, she talks really fast. I can't keep up. And I'm like,
I can't
interrupting,
I
do that too.
That's the worst for me. Like, because I'm just like, oh, that popped in my head. It needs to be out in public now,
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah.
It's not, I'm not trying to be rude. It's just something came into my head and genuinely my mouth just starts going before I even think.
Yep.
I should wait until this person is finished speaking. Usually after I've already started talking, I'm like, oh, I did it again. You know what I mean? And I feel bad. I just can't help it.
Well, some people just don't get the timing of that kind of stuff either. Like you're trying to jump in to say like a little blurb or whatever. And then they're like, oh, you wanted to talk for an hour? Okay.
Yeah.
Like, it's whatever. But you can tell. You can just feel the air. You're like, oh, this one's going to be hard. But yeah.
It's again, this is some people that don't like slow speakers talk slow themselves. Yes. I do talk the speed that I like. I can't, if you're any slower than I am listening to you on a faster speed for sure. Sure. And yes, the worst part is when you have to finish their obvious, like if somebody is saying something and you know what they're about to say, but it's taking them forever to spit it out.
Say it. Yeah.
And you say it. I do that a lot.
Finishing other people's sentences, I do far too frequently.
Yes.
And usually get it wrong. Like.
No, I usually get it right, but
yeah,
it's still, I feel bad about.
I just remember when I get it wrong. I think that's the thing.
Yeah, probably.
Because when it's wrong, it's really wrong. Like, no, that's not what I meant. Oh,
no,
okay.
And also because you're like, you hate, like we're so self-critical.
Yeah,
that's the thing that you're obviously going to remember for sure.
Yeah,
100%. That is what you're going to remember.
Yeah,
I have to listen to just about. There are very few people that I don't have to listen on at least 1.5 times. There are very. I can't. There are other people who talk. Oh, Ryan from Last American Vagabond. He also speaks very quickly, and I love it. It's my favorite.
There was a. Have you ever watched There Will Be Blood with what's his name?
Javier Bardem. No, Daniel Day-Lewis.
Daniel Day-Lewis. There's a thing about that where he's he talked about he's trying to be John Wayne, like the way John Wayne would talk to people.
Yeah.
And in a movie, John Wayne controls an entire conversation, right?
Okay.
But in There Will Be Blood, he does it specifically to point out that that's not how it would work. No one would let you do that, you know?
I'll have to watch it. I know I've heard of that movie, but I don't think I've seen it. I don't watch a lot of movies.
Yeah.
And yes, Steve is my friend, and we have talked about this issue that he knows. Like, it's not, I don't hide it from people. I used to host a show with Jesse Zerwell.
Right.
I mean, he speaks very slowly, and I love Jesse, but it was hard. Like, it's hard. It is hard. It is genuinely hard.
It's like learning a dance with people, pretty much. You just got to kind of figure it out.
I think there are probably shows where you can see it on my face, though.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, oh my God, please. Yeah. I mean, I love them. It's not that I dislike you as a person. That is again a me thing. It's just really hard for me. Hey, George is here. George is going to be on my show on Monday.
Nice.
Oh no, Wednesday, I think. Hold on, I'm looking because I think it's Wednesday. So here, I'll tell you my schedule for next week while we're talking about that. So Monday, I have Timothy Dieter from River Valley Organizing. They've done a lot of stuff for East Palestine, so I've been trying to cover that as like at least once a month, talking about it, having somebody on, trying to keep it in the news. George is on Tuesday. Wednesday, I have the Perez sisters from Cafecito Break. I love them. Rose Angel has the best ASMR voice. I would love to have her as like a regular guest just so I can get tingles. I love it.
Whispery and whatnot.
No, it's just very like, I don't like whispers. Whispers actually make me cringe. No, I'm serious. It's like it's like not nails on a chalkboard. It's not that bad, but it's like washing your hands and not having lotion. It's like that. Like, ugh. It's like it really is like a sensory thing. I do not like whispers. I like soft speaking, and she has a really like soft, kind of throaty voice. Like, it's great. I need to have my friend Chicho on. Chicho, I love Chicho's voice. We interviewed him on Facts on the Ground, and I spent the whole hour having tingles. It was so great. Love it.
Yeah,
so relaxing. Okay, so the Perez sisters on Wednesday. Ryan from Last American Vagabond is Thursday. And then I'm finishing my week with Ray McGovern, the one and only Ray McGovern.
Nice.
So exciting.
He's been doing stuff.
He's always doing stuff.
So
he's been doing stuff. That might be like the understatement of the century.
I know, right?
Ray McGovern's been doing stuff.
Yes, he has. That's because I can't think of the stuff he's done, like in my head. I'll just say he's been doing stuff. Yeah, like
lots of stuff. Hey, somebody else doesn't like whispers. I thought honestly, I thought that was like sacrilegious in the ASMR community. I don't like whispers. Like at all. Not at all. Like, even if there are videos where they
specific whispery thing for me, it's like the whispery S's. It's like the classic Bob Rossi whistle S. That gets me. I can't do whispers. But
I like soft spoken. I like that S.
Yeah.
But I don't like whispers. Like, even if it's a video where they switch back and forth between soft spoken and whispering, I can't watch it. Can't listen to it.
Like, what is it? Like, I hate it when people in real life whisper in your ear.
Yeah, I don't like
it. They get right into your ear and like you can feel the air. Like, no, thank you.
No, I don't like it.
Like, I'm okay.
But that is kind of sacrilegious to say in the ASMR community. That'll get you some looks. If you say you don't like whispers. Everybody, it seems to be like a thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like it. Let's see what else. I like, so ASMR, I've been listening to music a lot more to sleep. I used to listen to ASMR for like years. I like Gentle Whispering, Maria.
Yeah, me
I love
too.
her. I love her so
she did one with she did like a barber one that was really good.
Oh my God. I like honestly her old ones where it's like really lo-fi, like it's like it's like her iPhone.
Right.
I love those.
Dig. People don't get what it is because it's been so transformed by people like Amaranth.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know Amaranth?
I don't think so.
Be thankful that you don't know who Amaranth is, because
well, then stop talking about it, because I don't want to know.
Twitch lady did ASMR forever, hot tub streams and the like. You know, very sexualizing it.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I like oh shit, what's her name?
I don't mind it. I'm not going to turn it down, but you know, it's not something I seek out.
No, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like when they do that. It's just not my thing.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah, I don't like it. I actually like Dr. Grande. I like Dr. Grande, but I think he has an ASMR kind of voice.
Nice.
And I like what he talks about true crime a lot, so that's cool. Chicho, I'm telling my friend Chicho, I'm surprised it's not uncommon for him to be in the chat sometimes.
I listened to Shay Bowes yesterday with Tara, and it's just that Irish accent that everyone loves.
Yeah, I like I like, honestly, this is gonna sound like a joke, but I genuinely love Russian accents.
Yes.
That's Gentle Whispering Maria, she's Russian, and I love it so much. Oh, I love it so much.
Little inflections.
Yes.
Like, so.
Yeah. There was a girl.
No. I like that super aggressive Russian accent too. That one's very good to me.
What was that chick's name? Hold on. Olivia Kisper.
Okay.
I think she is. I don't know where she's from. I don't remember. But it's kind of that like Eastern European sort of accent, and I used to love her. I don't think she does a lot of videos anymore, though. I think she switched to like doing like meditation stuff and that kind of thing. Who else? Oh, Isabel Imagination.
Sure.
I love her.
I think I've heard that one.
She's fantastic. She's also a really good painter. And she's gorgeous. She's fucking gorgeous. Hold on, I'm pulling her up so we can objectify her. I don't mean to, but she is just. I mean, she's genuinely.
Misty, it's okay, everyone. Misty gave us permission to objectify this woman.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I mean she's a model. She is genuinely just gorgeous.
Yes.
Let's see. Where is a good picture of her? Well, this one's cute. I mean, it's probably going to be like not what people would expect. Oh, it's not what I meant to do. Hold on.
Do you have?
I hate it when I do that.
Chrissy Mayer on recently, or have we not booked that yet?
I have not booked that yet. We're working on that. I'm going on her show tomorrow.
Okay.
So this is Isabel.
Yep. I like
very
the hummingbird painting.
She's really talented. Nice. Look, like this is a self-portrait. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's I love lions.
Classic Farrah Fawcett level, like, you know.
Yeah. She's just really pretty, and I love her voice. I mean, there's no denying she's gorgeous. Like, she's a model. Like, there's no denying she's gorgeous.
Yep.
I'm straight as
somebody
fuck,
probably denies it.
She's gorgeous. Oh, and people, oh my god, I can't believe it. She's just calm down. She's pretty. She's a pretty girl. It's okay to compliment a woman for being pretty.
As long as you don't make it awkward and weird.
Yeah, it's not like I'm talking about her boobs or whatever. Although I think that's fine too. She's a pretty girl. It's okay to admit it.
Yep. You're telling yourself, like, it's okay. It's okay if I call her pretty.
No, I just think it's weird that people get like offended by that. Like, it's when people like tell me I look nice. I'm like, that's nice. Thank you. That's nice. Yeah. It's weird that people make that out to be like some bad thing. Oh my god, I can't believe you're. Come on, dude. Calm down.
Yeah.
Compliments are good.
It's gonna be all right.
Relax. Yeah, if there's a way to do it without being like a weird creeper, and it's okay to admit that somebody's gorgeous or that, you know, whatever.
Too many of those around, though. You know.
Oh, I'm so tired of the fucking outrage culture, y'all. Everybody is just looking for something to be pissed off about and be offended. I don't care if you're offended anymore. I just don't care. I don't care.
Redenbacher to get canceled next week.
What?
You know, just because they don't like popcorn anymore. It's racist.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm making shit up.
I'm just so tired of the fucking everybody just wants to be mad about something. Just go be mad over there. I don't care.
Go be mad over there.
I don't care. Like people say shit that offends me all the time, and I just go move on. I just move on. I don't have to hang out with that person. You know what I mean? Like it's that simple. You can't walk around like Ricky Gervais said it best. Like it's imagine walking around life thinking that you have the right to have nobody ever say anything that you disagree with or that hurts your feelings or that offends you. What?
Yep. Oh, you're offended? I'm supposed to do something about that somehow?
I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
Like I just don't. I mean, listen, if we're in a like if you're a friend of mine and I say something that offends you, I want you to tell me, and I want
please.
to I want to know.
We're oblivious that we did it.
I am oblivious, and often I say things without thinking. That's just how I operate. It's like I mean, I try. I genuinely, I'm very self-aware about it. I know that I do it. It is just something that it
doesn't mean we don't do it. Like that's the thing. It's like we're aware of it. Doesn't mean we don't.
I'm painfully aware.
Fix it.
Yeah,
but
I'm painfully aware. I know that I do it. I know how to fix it. It's hard.
Yeah,
I do try. But yeah, tell me if I offend you. If we're in a personal relationship and I value your opinion, let's have that conversation. I absolutely want to. But I'm not like everybody walking around acting as if the whole world has to change how they think and speak and act and all of that stuff because you're offended.
Well,
especially over words.
Palmer's baby daddy is an asshole. Okay, I'm tired of people.
Who?
Yeah, have you not heard that? Funny. That's one of those distractionary crap. Keke Palmer. She's a singer.
I don't even know who that is. Should I know who that is?
Serenaded by Usher recently, and her baby daddy got mad.
Who is she? A celebrity?
Singer. Yeah, she's
okay.
Artiste. I don't know, and he was mad that she had her ass out, and it's like, okay, well, you're not with her, so good luck. You know.
Wait, so he's just her baby daddy, and he thinks he can tell her how to?
Yes.
No.
Yep. So, but yeah, and also being serenaded by Usher right in her face. So, you know,
I don't really care about that.
Like, right? I don't care either. Like the whole thing, I don't care.
Yeah, I
don't
care.
The fact that people cared, the other people cared. I'm like, why did you care?
Yeah,
you know,
I don't do the celebrity thing. I don't follow any of it.
Yeah.
I don't like there. Obviously, there's some stuff that you can't help but be subjected to. Like I know who the Kardashians are, and I know. Like,
unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, I know who they are. I know who they. Yeah, but I do not give a fuck what Kim Kardashian's doing or what she ate for lunch or who she's dating or.
Yeah.
I don't care. I could not care less about that shit. I do not care. No, thank you. She was in a badass movie. Okay, good on her. I don't watch a lot of movies. I don't. I genuinely don't know who she is. Should I know?
What Misty watches? She watches house stuff, murder stuff, and like ASMR stuff. Which
documentaries.
I'm sure there's a video that ASMR murder house stuff is probably a thing.
Yeah.
You know.
No, but like I watch documentaries, horror movies, like house stuff, true crime, and shit for work. That's about it. And college football when it comes around.
Yeah,
I can't help it. I know it's bad. I know the CTE thing is bad. I just can't. I'm from Ohio, y'all.
Yeah, Buckeyes are a thing.
I cannot help it. It's literally been like
you can't. Everything is nulls here. There's nulls everywhere. I can't get away from it.
Plus, I just love the sport. Like I'm an athlete. I love sports. Period. Like I watch a lot of
college
sports.
Football,
I would watch more if I didn't have kids.
People can hate me, but college ball way better than pro ball.
For sure. Not
better.
Even close. Although I wish it was like it used to be. Kind of like it used to feel more.
It just seems like more stuff happens. Like there's more wiggle room. For people to do good things.
It's a completely different game. It really is.
Like pro ball is about shutting down offense and not letting things happen and playing the clock. And that's because everyone in every position is world class at that level. So you're talking about to win, you need inches, but college ball, there's people who can get miles if you let them go, you know?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I always preferred college ball. That was when I had to watch Florida State ram their head against Tim Tebow for 2-3 years.
Oh, I hate Tim Tebow so much.
Me too.
I'm a Buckeye. I hate Tim Tebow. Fuck Tim Tebow.
He's the worst.
I also hated Urban Meyer until he came to Ohio State and started winning. It's funny how quick that'll change. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't help it. I love sport. I'm an athlete. I grew up an athlete. Like, people always like, oh, I can't believe you love sports. I love sport. I love watching athletes perform at the highest level. There's
something about it.
It's
and the
incredible.
other thing that I love that people have figured out that for commentating sports, to actually get someone who played the fucking sport.
Yes.
Like, and it's so, like, when people hated it, but I think when Brady was doing football, it's like,
well,
and
he
he's
has the
telling you what's
personality of a
about to happen.
toaster.
Yes. But it's when they're like telling people what's about to happen. Like, I want to know that inside baseball here. Like, tell me what you would see on that field that we don't.
Yeah, like Herb Street when he calls college games, like he knows the game. He knows the game. Like I agree with you. I don't mind that they have people that have never played also. I think that's fine. I'm only saying that because when I was a little girl, really wanted to be a college announcer. So, and girls obviously can't play. Sorry, girls cannot play football with dudes. You will die.
Special teams is a thing, Misty.
Cancel me again. I don't give a fuck. You will die. Yep. Sorry. You can cancel.
Again, special teams is fine. They'll be all right. We need a kicker.
Even kickers get roughed up every now and again.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Look that up.
You will die.
Go look up kickers getting.
I have no desire to get run over by a 325-pound man.
Oh my God. Have you seen linebackers now?
Yeah.
6'4".
Yeah.
Like 380.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm a big dude and I'm good. I'm good without that. No, thank you.
I'm a strong girl. Nope.
Yeah.
No, thank you. Not doing it. Yep. Not doing it.
Some of those ladies, you talk, but those fucking, I've seen WNBA. Those ladies can crack. Catching elbows. But put them in the NBA?
You really think that they can hang? No. Come on. Just be real.
No.
They cannot. I mean, are there some outliers that could probably do okay? For sure. Of course. There's always going to be, but generally speaking, that would be a joke.
With the MMA, which is the only sport I know, you put Holly Holm with any other person in her weight class, regardless of gender, she will fuck that person up.
I don't know.
Regardless. I don't know. I mean, it depends on how skilled that other individual is, but like,
if you go get some dude off the street, for sure. Yeah. Well, but if you go get a guy that trains, she's not going to kick his ass. I don't think so.
Holly Holm is like middleweight. Like, I'm trying to remember the differences of weight class because that makes a difference. But if it's in the same weight class, like, she has much higher chance.
Higher chance? Okay.
134.
Is there maybe a guy or two come on, dude.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I get it. I'm not saying that.
I'm just being like, people are I'm seriously gonna get canceled again for this, but I don't care. That's just that's just reality. I mean, Serena Williams said the same thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, everybody tries to use her as the example, and she has said, "No, I'm not playing the dudes. I will get annihilated." You know what I mean?
Outliers, but even then,
of course there are.
Yeah,
but she's the best that's ever done it, and even she knows. Like, even she's saying, "No, that's not the same thing." Yeah, it's just reality. It's okay. Like, that's okay to admit. It's just weird that people get so out of shape about that. Oh,
they're weird.
It's just a weird. I don't know. Stop getting
the
mad
swimming
about
stuff is wild. I mean, the fact that they're like, what did they say? They said that they made it an intersex locker room.
Yes,
that's how they got it.
Okay.
No, that's not anywhere near okay for any business to do suddenly.
No.
Anything.
And without asking or without even consulting that's not okay.
No.
And it's weird that me saying that somehow makes me a bigot. No, that's just not okay. I have daughters. I don't want my daughters to have to be in the locker room with, you know what I mean? Like, I think it's okay to be uncomfortable in that situation. And those girls' opinions and their feelings on that should matter. And them expressing it shouldn't get them called a bigot. That they're allowed to feel that way. They're allowed to feel that way. This is not like, you can't just force that on people and then call them a bigot if they have an issue with it. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's not like you claim to want like inclusive. That's not inclusive. You're telling them either you have to be okay with this or like you're a bigot, and if you speak out, we're gonna ruin your life. We're going to call you a bigot. We're going to go on a public rampage trying to label you as some transphobe or whatever. That's fucking crazy. I'm sorry. You can get mad if you want. That's crazy.
Well,
and
you don't see it the other way either, which is you don't see like female to male transition and suddenly want to, win
hang
Olympic fencing. Right. Yeah. Like,
no.
That's
and
not
there's
happening.
no question about it that this whole issue is being used by absolute creeps.
Oh yeah.
To get access to girls' locker room. There's no question. Am I saying that that's the case all the time? Of course not. But that is absolutely happening. We know it's happening in prisons. We know it's happening in prison.
It's such a distraction from like everything else that it's like
the whole thing's been co-opted and used.
And it's not my fight. Like I don't care.
That's why, honestly, Reef, I've stayed out of it for the longest time because I genuinely do support the right of trans people. 100%, no question about it. I want you to be able to do what you want with your life. Whatever makes you happy, that's what I want for you. And listen, that's not like I've been consistently like that for my entire life. If what you are doing doesn't hurt anybody else, and there are conversations that need to be had, and but that's why I've stayed out of it because it's not my fight, and it does seem like a distraction, and I genuinely do. I didn't want to cause unnecessary division or drama or whatever. But it's just getting to the point where it's just ridiculous. Like even just expressing an opinion that doesn't fall in line 100% with the agenda. I'm a bigot now. That's not how this works. That's not how that works. Sorry, that's not how that works. There are legitimate concerns to be had in the areas of sport, in the areas of locker rooms, in the areas of lots of different things. And those conversations, it's okay. Like those conversations, you can't just label anybody who questions you a bigot and then pretend like you can't. That's just not how that works. You can't force it on people.
That's not how it works.
It is just not how it works. Cancel me again, motherfuckers.
Yep. You're wearing the shirt for
it. I am. Honestly, I really did just try to be quiet for the longest time. And it's not my fight. And I felt like it affects like the tiniest percentage.
There's such a vocal minority on both sides of it too. Like no one really cares.
Well, that's the thing is that the issue has been completely co-opted, and it is now being used as a political weapon. And that's what's so frustrating is because I feel like there are legitimate conversations that need to be had, nuanced, substantive conversations, dialogue, debate, all of those things. And it can't happen because publicly out front, like the forward facing presentation of the whole situation is just extremists. Like it's just, you know what I mean?
Yes.
It's both sides are mudslinging and name calling and all of that stuff. And so you can't have an actual conversation. And that's unfortunate. That sucks.
It really does.
It really does because listen, those are conversations that need to be had. We need to figure that shit out for sure. But we can't because you can't even ask questions. There is no conversation's not allowed. Which is
and it's why is that the only conversation that's talked about when half the time most of what people need is economic help and they want the world to not blow up. Like I feel like all that's far more like that's more important to deal with.
For sure. And I say this all the time. That's not to diminish those issues. Those are important issues. No. But to me, I think avoiding a nuclear annihilation is probably a little bit more important.
Yes.
I mean,
like food, water, shelter are more important than like getting your rocks off later, in my opinion.
That's the stuff that is forced upon us the most. The loudest things are usually usually just distractions that it's being used against you as a weapon. And
for you, they've blamed autism for this. They've blamed, culture as a whole.
Yeah.
They blame lack of religion here and there. And it's like, what are you doing? You don't know what you're talking about either. So, we
need more lack of religion, more spirituality, less religion.
Spirituality. I'm even like diet religion
needs to go. What is? I'm sorry.
Like spirituality in a weird. It's like you don't need that either.
I think that we need to. Caitlin talks about it all the time. Like we need to do our own inner work. That's the most important work you can be doing. Like I've been reading.
That's what I've always felt.
Yeah.
A lot of spirituality and in general is mental health disguised as other shit. So
yeah, it's just like,
you know,
dealing with yourself, trying to come to terms with who you, and I try to do that a lot. I think we all have that kind of work to do, but it's, that's what I mean by spirituality. I don't mean like the, the crazy corporatized version of
charge
it.
your crystals and, you know.
I mean, listen, if that's your thing, I'm not going to, if it's not hurting anybody, go charge your crystals. It's fine. I think it's silly, but if that's your thing, go do it.
$5 super chat.
I know pro sports are like WWE. A lot of it is, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very much of it.
A lot of it's rigged. A lot of it's bullshit. It makes me sad because I genuinely love sports, like legit sports. I love it. I love it.
Well, that's why the UFC for me, as far as sports are concerned, it's two people. It's hard to fuck up and make two people like.
Well, people throw fights all the time.
You know. Yes. Yeah, I think for me it's like, you watch football, there's a whole team you have to keep track of.
Yeah.
Any other sport, there's like multiple. With UFC, it's two guys. Yeah, they could rig it themselves if they wanted to, but it's a lot more obvious. Like you have one guy throwing, you can tell. You have a team throwing, they're throwing much safer, like it's a lot harder to notice that they're throwing.
For sure.
But
I love sports though. I love it.
Yeah. It's like boxing. You watch Tyson, and if Tyson isn't doing what Tyson's doing and he loses, you're like, oh, okay.
Everybody questions that.
Yeah. So I don't know.
That's a little bit tougher. And I miss Justin Jackson too. I got to interview him once, and I became like the coolest aunt on the block. My nephews were very excited.
He's still around. He's doing stuff. Someone told him, hey, you want a career? Do you want?
He's probably he might not be a big fan of mine at this point, just because I think he's more of like the Brie, Katie Halper kind of.
Yeah, he stayed out of a lot of crap, so
he did.
Good for him.
I think that was intentional. Just
I don't blame him.
He's got
you want a seat on the field, or do you want to talk on YouTube about shit that you can't fix?
Yeah, he has to be very careful.
So Mona's here.
Hi, hey, Mona.
Where in the world is Mona Carmona?
I haven't seen Mona in a while.
Yeah, she's been doing stuff. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
So,
who else is here that we haven't talked to?
I don't know.
I'm sure we lost a few people when I just went on my rant. I'm sorry. Not sorry.
That's the whole point of the show, dude. If they're wanting to leave, it's probably good for them too.
Yeah, I like Buck Angel. I think Buck. My friend Sarah. She's excellent. She's very nuanced. Yeah, I like her a lot. Yeah, it's a complicated issue. I just hate that the conversation is shut down and names get called.
Yeah, they don't allow nuance or actual discussion.
Yeah, that's a red flag. That's always a red flag for me.
Well, like
anytime I'm told I can't ask questions, I want to ask all the questions.
Well, it's like civil rights in general. Dude, like James Baldwin had to do how many speeches with direct questioning about for them to even start thinking about the amount of work and bodies that have to go on the line for civil rights to actually be a thing.
Yeah.
Is even gay rights. Please go back and look up those riots that happened in New York.
Yeah.
That John Waters was around and a part of. That gay pride didn't happen without those riots.
Yeah.
Someone in the chat will tell me the name of those riots because I'll never remember them. But those happened.
Are you talking about Stonewall?
I think so. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
The drag queen riots in New York.
A lot of that stuff has been, history. We don't know our real history. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the stories that get told are not the actual things that happen. There's always, it's always a little bit.
Yeah.
It's always a little bit funky.
So
I'm excited Mona's here. I still haven't heard from Sleepy Josh though. Did you hear from him?
Yeah, he woke up he He was like, I've been awake for 15 seconds and I feel like crap. Like, okay.
I haven't checked it in a while,
give it.
so.
I was literally like, you could give it 30 seconds, sleepy, and see, if you feel like crap. Instead of just 15, you might give yourself a minute, some coffee, something.
Yeah.
Sleepy
Josh has been sleeping. I was stuck at Unicorn World.
Well,
no,
you decided to have children, so
I know. No, and I love hanging out with my kids. Like, that was the cool thing always, is that she loved it. Like, she loved it. She was super pumped. She got to meet, like, it was the whole thing. Like, I love that. It's like when we took our kids to Disney, I was very hesitant to do that because I don't like, I mean, like, it's Disney. However, getting to see my kids meet their favorite characters is something I will take that to my grave. Like, I will always remember that, seeing their faces. So, I mean, that's the sacrifices you make when you're a parent, I guess.
Once kids get to an age where they're a little more self-sufficient than you constantly having to handhold them, it's like not as debilitatingly terrible.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. I mean, I still have, like, with my oldest, we still have to
like, Indy is at the yelling stage of his children, like, where it's just all yelling all the time.
Yeah, his kids are little,
and he's got 3 of them, so it's like, you're playing zone defense. You're trying to, like, call audibles real quick.
Yeah, it's hard. Like, toddler through babies are pretty. I mean, they sleep a lot, right? So it's not, you're tired because they sleep funky, and so you're tired, but they do sleep a lot, and they're not that hard. You know what I mean? Like, but toddlers, oh my God. Once they start walking,
they're so codependent still.
Well, it's not even that. It's just like they can get, so much can happen so fast.
Yeah.
If you're not watching shit can go down. You know what I mean?
Like, why is the house exploded?
Right. Toddlers are crazy. They require constant attention. Like, you have to be paying attention.
Ooh, what does this button do?
Yeah. What happens if I stick this in that hole? Like, it's a constant.
My God.
It is a constant.
I had to repair my buddy's laptop where his kid had put, and we couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. And the kid had put a slice of bologna into the CD tray.
That's toddlers.
Like, cut the hole out and everything.
Mona, Unicorn World is like I guess a unicorn convention. It's okay, so it's geared towards
the world of unicorns.
Kids. Yeah, it's geared towards younger kids. But my daughter's autistic, and so she likes things that are kind of younger, which like Disney. I think it's called Disney Junior still. It used to be Playhouse Disney. That's how old I am. When she was first little. But so she likes stuff like that. And so we found this thing, Unicorn World, and I showed it to her, and she, like, the last 4 months or so, she's been suddenly and strangely into unicorns, came out of nowhere. But I was like, all right, we'll go to Unicorn World. So we went to Unicorn World, me at Unicorn World. It was fun. She loved it. So they had, like, bouncy houses and a bunch of shit. Those little, like, rides.
We're about closing up with this, so.
What?
Sorry. I was talking with Indy.
Oh, yeah, we're almost done. We're almost done. We should go. But they had those little, like, animal, like, in the mall, like, they have those animals that you can sit on and ride. They had those with their unicorns. They had 2 mermaids there that she got a picture with. They had, like, arts.
We have mermaids around here. If you ever want to come down this way.
Well, I'm sure you do. But we went to Newport Aquarium. They had, like, a big thing, and they got to meet a mermaid there too. That was fun. I love doing that stuff with them.
We have, like, the original, like, we're like the mermaid people.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
We got, like, this. It's so cool. People don't understand. We got springs here, and they're like, you'll have, like, 65-degree water. Like, it's not cold, but, like, when it's 90 in Florida, and you jump into that thing, it's like ice.
Yeah.
And that's what they're doing, these, like, because it's super clear water, right? So they designed a ton of these hotels and all this stuff around the fact that we have,
did they have,
like,
Pegasus?
springs.
Pegasus?
Maybe. Pegasi?
Pegasus? Pegasus?
Yep.
Pegasus?
It's Greek in origin, right?
Hold on,
Roman
I'm looking
in
at
origin.
The pictures. Hold on. I'm not showing you guys. I'm not showing my kid, but
it would be
let me see. I think they were all just regular. So they had one named
like that.
Aqua, who loved it was kind of like a My Little Ponies deal. Like, this is Aqua. She loves the water. They had, I'm going the wrong way. Hold on. They had one called Blaze.
Yep.
That one might be a Pegasus. No, she doesn't have wings. They had one called Lavender that was a baker.
Nice.
They had one called the main character was Sprinkles. And she got to meet Sprinkles in the costume. Like, that was the person that was walking around.
Fuck yeah.
She had a blast. That's all that matters. She had a blast.
Yeah.
That makes me happy.
Apparently it's Pegasi, says Egregors, who plays D&D. Roll for an initiative, Egregors. Just do it.
Pegasi.
But anyway.
That sounds weird. I don't think I like it.
It does. Well, octopuses are not even supposed to be called octopi.
What is it?
You know? It's either octopuses or it's technically Greek in origin, so it's like octopodes. It's something weird that no one would ever really use.
Yeah.
You know? But at some point, language has decided, well, let's Greek everything up. And, you know, or Romanify
It was not
everything.
technically My Little Pony, Mona. It was just generic. That's the, they had names.
Kirkland brand, My Little Pony.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
That was just all their things. Yeah, Charlie, I love, I would never in a million years go to Unicorn World, obviously, but taking my kids to stuff like that is amazing. It's fun just to see them do it. We can talk about autism on Tuesday, George.
Sure.
If you want to. Is that a thing that we can do that? When you come on my show, homie, we talk about whatever you want. That's how I roll.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to talk about, that's what we talk about. I always give my guests the option. If I'm not contacting you for a specific, there's a thing that you wrote about or that's going on that you're an expert in or whatever, if you're just coming on my show, it's up to you. Whatever you want to talk about. I'm down for whatever. Yeah. But yeah, we can talk about autism. We can do that.
DTW.
I can only speak to my experience as a parent. I am on the spectrum, but obviously I'm not I don't like to, I definitely have ADHD. It's not uncommon for those two things to be overlapped, but I can't,
with
I don't
women
really
especially, it's way harder to diagnose, comprehend, and it's way different than mine even.
Very differently.
Yeah.
In girls, we're very lucky because we had an amazing
society
pediatrician.
accepts that a little more.
Well, we just had an amazing pediatrician, and he listened to me. He didn't brush me off as some paranoid first-time mom, which he could have very easily done. He paid attention to me. He listened to me, and we were aware very, very early. I knew very early. I would say probably by 8 or 9 months, I knew. And he could have very easily just brushed me off as oh, it's fine. She's just, some kids are different and whatever. They develop different. I knew.
No, I'm glad it got caught early. It's always better to get that caught early because I didn't, I found out when I was an adult, and then it's oh, so that's why you're fucked up. Got it.
Yeah.
You've been you're self-aware.
Yeah.
You've heard countless negative feedback. So it's
yeah.
You finally realize what it is and you go, oh, okay. And you start working on it. And and you feel if I had known this when I was 4, this would have been way better. A lot more opportunities would have existed.
Well, and I just would have understood myself. You know what I mean? I would have, I wouldn't have been as hard on myself, and I probably would have still been, let's be clear. But yeah, I'm just glad that I knew, so I could, figure out how to work with her best and how to, and I mean, I'm still fucking it up, I'm sure. You know what I mean?
I think that's the job of parents is to fuck it up. Yeah.
Yes. Every parent on planet Earth is fucking it up right now currently.
It's such a terrible, that's my if the world is designed, it's by an idiot. You know, like no one, like they should be popped out at like 24, you know, fully fledged brains, not like you're not going to be worried about sticking a fork in a light socket suddenly, you know,
Every
like
parent on
that's
earth.
the way it should happen.
That's not how it happens though. And every parent on earth is fucking up their kids. Every day.
Well, it's like, have you looked at Gabermonte's stuff on it?
Some.
Yeah. Like I don't think he said that there's not genetic disposition, because there definitely is, right?
Sure.
But he alludes it to generational trauma and stuff like that, which he's not wrong either.
No. I think that there's something to that for sure. There's no question about it. I mean, we imprint on each other, period. And especially parents on kids. I mean, you cannot help but to place your stuff onto them.
And it's mainly the rat race that we're constantly having to deal with as society that is traumatic. Yeah. You know?
Yes. And
like
Mona,
they just want to be eating strawberries in a field.
Parents, especially, and I know this, don't come from, but especially mothers for sure know their kids. I think. I mean, most moms. I mean, there are some moms who shouldn't be moms, for sure. But I think generally speaking, mothers know their kids. You know what I mean? Like there's like Susan Smith kind of moms.
Yeah.
You should not have you should not have a baby. You should not be a mom. You should not be a mom.
you should not. No.
But I think most moms, generally speaking, they know their kids. And yeah. I knew her very early. Like
that's good.
I knew.
Because
I don't know how I knew.
You can be wild without knowing.
With autism. Although I say that, but frankly, I think there's a lot of autism in my family. I think my aunt is for sure autistic. I think my dad was probably autistic. My aunt especially for sure. And she just went undiagnosed. I think probably my grandma was.
I've yet to meet someone in the space who wasn't on the spectrum somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, we all kind of have to be to do this. So
yeah, especially I think a lot of activists, because you know what I mean, you have to be a little bit.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
A lot of activists, I think. The activists
and God, I know we're fucking messes every other time, but if you put us under pressure,
oh my God,
you know, like we murder things.
Yeah.
Like stress situations where shit's going down, we're good.
I'm made for that.
y'all are panicking everywhere. We're like, all right, things are on fire. We'll fix it. You know, like
I'm made for that.
Someone find a bucket, you know.
Yes.
Like, because we realize that panic doesn't help you, because our brain wants to panic at everything. So
yeah,
we're just like, it's don't do that.
Weird that in everyday average situations we are constantly panicking, but then you put us in a situation where you should be panicking, and we're like,
panicking, and we're like, oh yeah,
everything's fine. You know what I mean? It's
so fucked up. Gunshots, everything's happening. You're like, oh yeah, this is just the environment we're in right now.
And
yeah, we
just adapt and yeah.
Well, it's our adrenaline response is fucked. It's not a thing. Like we're like, please, dopamine somewhere, anywhere, but nothing.
We need critical thinking. I don't have to define autistic or autism. It is defined. Like it's already a thing that is defined. I mean, the definition has changed and evolved.
And it's very fluid definition too.
Yeah,
it's not.
And it is a spectrum. Like it's a multitude of things. And it doesn't really affect everybody the same. If you know one person with autism, you know one person with autism.
And everyone has symptoms that like people are forgetful. Like people are difficulty with their emotions. Right. You have to have like the entire thing. Like you have to have all of those things.
Well, not all, but to get a clinical diagnosis, you have to meet a certain
criteria of them. Yes. Yeah. And it's like, how bad are each of those things affecting your personal life too?
And that's why there's a spectrum, because it's to varying degrees that it impacts your life and in different ways. And I'm learning more about it constantly.
Or 8 or 9. He literally said it that way. You're like, you're 7, maybe an 8. You might be a 9. I'm like, okay.
Oh, for your ADHD, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they're asking about autism. Which there's a lot of overlap.
It's supposedly same. It's supposedly the same spectrum.
Yeah, it's a very
supposedly.
There's a lot of overlap. There's a lot of similarities.
Look, mental health, the entire mental health industry is the newest of the health sciences.
Yeah.
People should also keep that in mind.
In its infancy. Yeah, they don't know shit.
Yes.
They really
don't know shit. They know
do,
enough to really make mistakes, but
and of course
they don't know enough to like
figuring it out. Like I said, it's evolving. They're still there's new information that's coming out all the time, and but there is a general idea of what those how that presents.
Do you have to do IQ when you did your testing?
Oh yeah,
like they made me do it a couple of times.
When my daughter was being diagnosed, holy shit, that process was like 3 days of like a couple hours, 3 hours maybe each day. And there was like a bunch of different tests. I mean, it was pretty clear. Once she hit like 2, so we took her to Children's at 2, and they actually asked me, does she repeat a lot of things? And that was like one of the big things is echolalia. And at the time she did not. I'm not joking you. The day after that appointment, she started doing that. And I'm like, well, shit, we were just at the doctor and they asked this and now she's doing it. And she doesn't.
One of the things they asked me was if coffee worked.
Coffee calms me down.
Yeah,
caffeine calms me down. It helps me. Like, it focuses me.
Yep.
That's
exactly
you tried
what.
L-theanine in caffeine.
No.
L-theanine, get some L-theanine and caffeine.
Okay.
It really does help. Because I went off my meds a while ago.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to find some other things that I can do that are not pharmaceutical to help. And so L-theanine and caffeine mixed together, it does help. It does. So
critical thinking is asking what is autism, and it's really hard to explain. Like there's so many things going on with what that is.
So it's repetitive behavior. There's like there's like a host of things. So repetitive behaviors. Here, I'll bring it up for you. So symptoms of autism.
I mean, I imagine dopamine response is messed up too. Like,
so this is the again, this is very fluid. They don't really know. And it's in particular with girls. It used to be a lot worse. They are getting better about recognizing it in girls. It does present very differently in girls. The girls are better at masking. There's certain expectations of girls. And so they learn to
much more higher functioning
out.
With all that.
Yes. Yeah. With the social stuff, they're much better at that kind of thing. So here is these are examples of social communication and social interaction characteristics that are related to autism. Avoids or does not keep eye contact. My daughter doesn't do that. She has great eye contact. Does not respond to name by age of 9 months. I don't remember. I don't remember. Does not show facial expressions like happy, sad, angry, or surprised by 9 months. She did that. Like we used to practice faces in the mirror and stuff. She's very expressive. Does not play simple interactive games like pat a cake by 12 months of age. I think this is more like on the more severe side. Uses few or no gestures by 12 months of age. My kid did that. Does not share interests with others by 15 months of age. She definitely. They do. It's a lot of parallel play. Like not playing with, but playing beside. There's a lot of that. Does not point to show something interesting at 18 months of age. Does not notice when others are hurt or upset by 24 months of age. Does not notice other children and join them in play by 36. Doesn't play pretend. That's the big thing. She doesn't really do that. Oh God. Does not sing, dance, or act for you by 60 months of age. My kid does nothing but sing. She loves to sing all the time. But there's like restricted and repetitive behaviors. So when my kid was a baby, she used to do this thing with her arms and legs where she would like tense them up. Do you know what I mean? Like she was excited and she would just tense. And that's one of those things.
Yeah, there's a word for that. It's called the fencing maneuver.
And she still does that.
In brain damage cases, you'll see it a lot as well. That fencing where we're just pushing our arms out and extending them as hard as possible.
Flaps a lot. Lines toys up. Holy cow! I have pictures, like lines of toys. Repeats words and phrases. She does that a lot. She recites a lot from like books, movies, TV shows, stuff like that.
It's such an interesting thing for me because it is so. It's similar and different from ADHD, almost the same levels. Yeah. It's like the amount of difference from it than one I have is significant. Yeah. But there is parallels. But
there is a lot of parallels.
Weird.
Yeah, there's a lot
parallels.
For sure.
It's not what you expect to be.
The same song on repeat. Yes. Yeah. And I'm trying to figure out why, but so she likes to like pause on pause, pause on pause, pause on pause, pause on pause. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I don't know. I spent a lot of time trying to figure out like when she was little, the cutest thing ever. She's have like her own language kind of. For example, she would call fruit snacks tiny crackers. It took us forever.
Sure.
Forever to figure that out. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay. This one makes more sense. Reese cups are muffins. The mini Reese cups are baby muffins. That one makes a little bit more sense. That didn't take us long. But tiny crackers, it took me forever. I had no idea what she was talking about.
I'm totally gonna ask you for tiny crackers at some point in the future.
She only likes a certain brand. They don't make them anymore. That's another thing. Incredibly picky.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit.
Which like,
oh my God.
I could only imagine.
Oh my God.
Because we are already picky with food, and
like she can tell the difference
to another
between
level with that.
brands of chocolate milk or tea or
Yeah.
whatever it is. No, you're not getting one over on her. If they're out of her favorite brand, you can't just sneak in another brand and think you're going to get away with that shit. That's not happening. No.
No.
No, thank you.
It better be Dino Nuggies or get the fuck.
Right.
Like,
lots of sensory issues. So like hair washing, it's not a fun thing. Haircuts, not a fun. Although she goes to my guy now, and he is so good with her. Shout out to Ethan.
Yeah,
he's so good with her, and she loves it. She loves going now. Like it used to be. My sister-in-law is actually a hairdresser, and so she used to just come to our house because I couldn't take her in it would be a whole ass meltdown. Like a whole ass meltdown.
Well, see, that's the thing with us too. Like if it's not convenient for us to do, we tend not to, and then we'll procrastinate it forever, and then that makes it worse. Because then we're like, oh, we can't go do that now. We've waited like 2 months. They're gonna hate us, But like that stuff with medical stuff too. Like I hate doctors for the same stuff. Yeah. And society's just not built to cater to that.
No.
Like once they all started doing remote stuff, I was like, oh yes.
Yeah.
And then it's still they can't do that.
I don't know if that's how you say your name. I don't know.
So
my kid is the opposite. She's incredibly sensitive. Like she empathizes too much. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so she will like often shut down a little bit because of that. She feels really hard. Like she feels stuff really hard. Which I do too, so I relate to that. But yeah, I can't go to the hair assassins.
The hair assassins.
The dentist. Oh, I have PTSD from some that shit. Taking her to the dentist. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. And that's, you can't avoid that, right? Like that's a thing you need to do. That's the thing you need to do.
Yeah.
And it used to be horrific.
I can only imagine getting x-rays with a kid like that has just got to be the worst thing.
It's so bad.
It's worse for me. It's so awful.
It's so bad.
Like,
it's honestly, it used to be so bad. Here's the thing. So the first dentist that we had was terrible. Terrible. He was older. He ended up retiring. And he was just not very good with her, and he wasn't very warm. Like it wasn't, you know what I mean? So he retired, and then the younger guy who was in the same office kind of took over. That guy, I would like to build a statue in his honor. I'm not joking. I love him so much. He is so good with her. He is so patient. They always schedule her first thing in the morning. Instead of doing it in like the big open space, she gets a room. They have like a TV. He's very kind. He's very patient. He explains every single thing that he's about to do before he does it. He will like, he'll like touch her arm with the tools first. And then he'll let her hold it.
Yeah.
And then he'll touch her cheek with it. And then, you know what I mean? Like he talks to her through. Oh my God.
There's been much better training with this sort of thing.
He's so good. Like we've done x-rays. We got x-rays.
Yeah. dude.
I never.
I can't.
If you would have talked to me,
like grown nurses have problems with me.
I can't. It's hard
because
for me to
of like
sit still.
dental X-rays.
Yeah, it's hard to sit still.
Well, it's also apparently I have like a super gag reflex.
Oh.
And it's the worst.
I don't have that problem.
You know, good for you.
That sounded terrible.
Not even gonna address that.
I didn't mean it like that.
I'll let you.
I didn't mean it like that.
Yes, you did. Don't lie.
Not really, but kind of. I just don't have that problem. But yeah, she just. Oh, I seriously love that guy so much. Oh, he's so good. I'm so grateful to have. I hope he never moves or retires, or I hope he's around forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and can be her dentist for life. Legit. I would love that. Oh, I would love that.
Yeah.
For real. All right. We should probably wrap this shit up. We've been going forever. I'm sure everybody's bored.
Probably should.
Talking about my kids. Sorry. I did the mom thing.
I don't think it's boring.
I did them. Oh, I guess people asked. Somebody asked.
Yeah.
I was just explaining. Answering a question.
So
there's a lot though. Autism's really difficult to like just give a blanket definition for. I guess it's a developmental disorder that impacts.
I think that's what it's considered.
I don't know if there's like a single word. I'm sure there is.
Learning disability of some kind.
It's part of it, but it's really a developmental disorder.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's like a single. I'm literally going to DuckDuckGo. What is autism? And see if there's like a single. This one says autism spectrum disorder or autism is a complex neurological and developmental disorder. And this one says, oh no, we did not just click on an Autism Speaks link. I did not mean to do that. Fuck Autism Speaks. Yeah. Terrible. So bad. Jesus Christ.
Well, they're still treating it like a disease, right?
Well, like it's some burden or whatever. And listen, extreme. I mean, that's
which I'm sure it can be. Yeah.
If you're like the kids that self-harm and that, like, oh,
yeah,
I would. Yeah, that's. I mean, that's terrible. That's breaks my heart. But yeah, Autism Speaks is just they don't have anybody with autism like on their board of directors. It's like, really?
Well, it's all based off like outdated information because none of them are like keeping up with it, even though it's a money emerging field.
It's a money grab. It's like a typical nonprofit bullshit. They're exploiting the issue to make money. That's what they're doing. Yeah. This one says autism spectrum disorder is a developmental disability caused by differences in the brain. Some people with ASD have a known difference, such as a genetic condition. And that is true. There are some genetic conditions that present through as autism, or that I guess.
Or through brain trauma or through. Yep.
Yeah. Scientists believe there are multiple cases of autism spectrum disorder that act together to change the most common ways people develop. We still have much to learn. Yeah. They don't know much.
Yeah.
I mean, they do, but they don't.
So,
like we said, this is one of those things
interesting
that's in its infancy. So, anyway, I highly recommend going and like, if you don't know, go learn some stuff because
look it up.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to have a more
and go look up
accepting.
There's a I've made you watch it before, the How to ADHD.
Yeah.
They have a ton of like.
I think somebody mentioned
not for autism, but for.
Somebody mentioned Temple
ADHD
Grandin. I think in the chat, Temple's good.
Yeah. But she goes through and explains a lot of like. There's a lot of complexes that people like us get because of what we have that we also have to deal with. You know, fear of rejection and FOMO and all that stuff that gets wrapped into our emotional nonsense.
Yeah.
You know,
can I test what on camera? If you're talking about gag reflex, no, I'm not testing my gag reflex on camera. That's not a thing that's ever going to happen.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I didn't miss any more questions.
Miss anybody?
And listen, I'm no expert.
Yeah, very good.
I'm not like I said with George. If you want to talk about autism, I can talk about it, but I can only talk about it from my own person. I can't speak for somebody who is. I mean, I guess again, I am on the spectrum, but I don't really
any
think
subject
of myself.
You pick with Misty to talk about, she'd be like, I'm not an expert on that.
That's true.
You know,
I'm not though. I'm not an expert on shit. Nothing.
On anything, yeah.
Nothing. I know a lot. I know a little bit about a lot of things, but I'm an expert on nothing. Again, just some chick in Ohio. And people try to claim that I use it as like an excuse or as a like to shield myself from criticism. You can criticize me, so that's fine. But I'm just telling you, I am just some chick in Ohio. I'm an expert at nothing. I don't know why that's hard for people to comprehend. I've never presented myself as anything else. You know what I mean? I've never proclaimed to be an expert or a journalist or anything. I've always been very upfront about the fact that I'm a nobody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody should give a shit about what I have to say about anything.
T-shirt addict and nobody.
Yeah.
You know?
If you like hanging out with me and listening to what I have to say and cool, excellent. But I mean, I'm not.
Well, the issue is the powers that be hate when nobodies become somebody. So
no worries here.
They're upset about
I'm
these
not
things.
a somebody. I'm not trying to be a somebody. I'm just I'm just having fun.
Nope.
This is fun.
Too late. You're somebody already.
I'm not.
You missed the opportunity to not be.
I'm not really though. I
You
mean,
know?
let's be real. People are like, "Oh, you have like 50." I don't know how many fucking Twitter followers I have. I'm like, really? That's your measurement?
Yeah,
that's
nothing.
your standard for really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you have gotten a lot done, so.
I mean, so have lots of other people though.
Inspired
That
a ton
doesn't
of
make
people.
me special, or that doesn't make me. Lots of people do that.
You're a special little snowflake, and we love you.
No, that's bullshit. I reject that
So humble.
entirely.
How humble Misty is.
No, I reject that entirely. That's not a matter of being humble. That's just being real. I reject that entirely. I will always reject that entirely.
People take them. It's better than being the other problem of taking yourself far too seriously.
I do not take myself very seriously.
Yeah.
Not really. But I mean, listen, I take the things I care about very seriously, but I don't really take myself very seriously. Like the things I care about, I fucking care about them. And I go all in, but I don't take myself very seriously. Doing the show is something.
A good thing.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, it is something.
I have a tiny little show. I mean, even TNT. It's just a radio show. Like I mean, I don't mean to diminish it. It's cool. I love doing it. It's fun. It's fun. I've always wanted to be in radio. If you know me, you know that. Like I interned at CD 101. I wanted to go to the Ohio Center for Broadcasting. I guest DJ'd. Like I really wanted to be on radio, and then radio died. And I'm glad I didn't go that way. I know we've done 2 hours already. It's because I haven't done a show in a couple weeks and I had a lot to say.
And I'm here and I say a lot too.
Yeah, we both ramble a lot. So I do probably need to go though, because it is 10:30. Although I get to sleep in tomorrow. I'm very excited about that.
Good for you.
Although we might go back to Unicorn World. I don't know. She wanted to go back, but it wasn't very big. They just didn't have very much to do. And we already kind of did it. So hey, thanks, Cenk. I think I do okay on the radio. I think I've figured it out because I was really just thrown into the deep end. And I figured it out. I think I handled my own. I handle it, I think. I mean, I'm not.
You're killer on there. Like literally every time I'm done with a show of yours, I'm like, she fucking kills this shit.
I still feel like I'm learning a lot. I'm still trying to figure out my lane or I don't know if that's the right word, but like my style of how I interview and stuff like that. People say, okay, so I will take the timing thing. I get that a lot. And yes, I think I do have good timing. I will agree with you there.
Impeccable.
I will take that. I will take that one. Awkwardly, but I'll take it. I do think.
I just think you think about like
I do.
You care.
I do.
If it's good.
I do.
Like you hate like you feel embarrassed if it's somehow bad.
If
like,
I get off of a show and I think it did not go well,
you're like bummed. Like, you're like,
I can tell you right now, probably like 5, 10, 15 shows that I've done that did not go well and that have haunted me, that I just fell off or whatever. And I know I'm really hard on myself.
Don't go back and look up my first Reefer After Dark. Don't do that. That was awful, terrible.
I really want to go back and listen to my very first episode that I did on TNT. Keith McHenry was my guest. And I am almost certain that you could probably hear my heartbeat through like the first 15 minutes of that show. I'm not joking. I was so fucking nervous. I was so fucking nervous. I had never done radio before. I had no idea what I was doing. Nobody told me. There was no like training. There was no, there was nothing.
But if you're like me, it's like, is it game time or not?
Yeah. Adrenaline kicks
like
in.
the minute it's game time, it's like, it's okay.
Just figure it the fuck out.
Cool. We're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I really did get thrown 3
so-
hours a day. That's what I was thrown into. 3 hours a day, 5 days a week, live on air.
Yep.
That was my
Oh my
introduction.
God. Trial by fire. Dude.
What was I thinking?
I don't know, man.
Thinking?
You were thinking.
What
you
was
were
I
thinking,
thinking?
but
Doing that,
I
accepting
don't know if
that.
you were thinking about.
Oh.
Well, you weren't thinking about the cons of it. You were like, "Oh yeah, I could do that." I think.
Well,
and then
I think I was just
2
like,
weeks into it, you started to
I
feel
was
it.
so excited
you know?
about the fact that I was getting, and for them to offer me 3 hours. I've never done radio before, and you're going to give me 3 hours on air, and I was like, wow, okay, yeah, I can do that. I could totally do that. And then I was like, what did I just agree to? Fuck. I'm pretty sure you can hear my heartbeat though. I think I would like to go. I can't stand listening to myself, but I think I would like to go back and listen because my microphone picks up a lot of shit and my heart was beating loud. Was very, very loud.
Yep.
I was so scared.
I
was so scared. Oh.
When I did the Solution Summit, my Fitbit recorded it as a workout because my heart rate was so high.
Oh.
You know?
Yeah,
Because I was running the board for that. And I was just like,
yeah.
You know.
I was super duper nervous. Oh. And now I still get a little bit nervous, in particular with certain people like Vanessa Beeley. I always get nervous when I talk to Vanessa Beeley. I don't know why. She's my friend. There's no reason for me to be nervous.
Isn't that weird? Like there's times like that where you're like, I've talked to this person a ton on Twitter and interacted and hung out, and it's like the minute you put them on camera, it's like you want to do them justice, and you're like,
I get that way a little bit with
please.
Scott Horton, but again, he's so easy. You can just wind him up and set him off. And that's it. Like, you don't even have to, you need to know what you're talking about. You need to know about the thing that you're talking about, which I know a little bit about a lot of things. So I can hold my own in a conversation, especially with somebody like that, who's like a walking fucking encyclopedia and knows all the things. You can just ask some relevant questions and, play your little role, and that's it. I can do that.
Yep.
I can do that. But I do get nervous with certain people still. Which is weird.
Weird.
I don't know. She does sound very casual.
We probably shouldn't be.
And listen, Vanessa is the nice. There's no reason why I should be get
with her anxious,
but I do.
With her mic from 1994 from what is she using? It's like please let me send you something.
Her dog. Or no,
I don't know what.
Somebody. Oh yeah,
it's like the headset.
Her dog was snoring.
That
was funny. That was cute. But yeah, I just
love that people say that lady is grift. It's like, bro, she lives in nothing.
She lives in Syria.
She lives
in fucking Syria. She's grifting.
Yes.
She's living on the front line. Fuck off with your nonsense. Jesus. Good God.
No, nobody has any money in this space. 0 people.
Well, that's not true.
The ones who do are very apparent.
Yeah. There are people with money in this space. And I'm not saying that having money in this space is about. Jimmy Dore has money in this space.
Is a bad thing.
And I've always the whole grifter thing has always made me mad in regards to independent media, because of course you should get paid for your work. Isn't that what we should?
Right.
It's weird when comrades like these online commies get mad because people get compensated. First of all, in independent media, nobody's forcing you to contribute. You don't have to become a donor or a Patreon or send a super chat. Nobody's forcing you to support the people. If you don't like somebody, then just move the fuck on and find somebody you do like.
There's a switch on that radio.
Yes, you can turn it off. Find somebody else. Like the idea that you're going to hyperfixate on people you don't like and invent this world where there's some kind of a grifter. People use that word. I don't even think they know what it means. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. I'm so tired of hearing that word. I'm honestly so tired of hearing that word. Yes, people should get compensated for their work. 100%. I support that.
Would be nice.
Yes, I support that. 100%. So stupid.
But anyway, we appreciate all the support people gave here tonight. Appreciate you if you gave us a little.
Yeah, it's not necessary, but thank
people
you.
should go check out Oz and Shand over it.
Oh, are they on?
Beauty and the Boomer. I think so.
Why are we stepping on their show? That's a shitty thing to do. Go watch Shonda. Go watch Beauty and the Boomer, please. We'll be back next week.
Yeah,
we need to try to work with our friends better, and I need to figure out everybody's schedule.
I agree.
Yeah. It's a lot.
Normally, we're pretty good about getting out of there.
I know, it's a lot.
Not
Everybody's
that Oz cares.
got shows, and it's hard to keep track of everybody's stuff. But yeah, I don't mean I didn't.
Like yesterday, we had Tara, Savvy, and like we were all live at like 3. So
to be fair, I don't watch anybody live ever. Very rarely. It's very rare that I watch anybody live because I like to listen to people on 1.5 speed.
Yeah.
So I
or at least I want to be able to click around. I want to be able to like skip the boring bits.
Yeah. Well, I have to speed it up, and I can't listening live is hard for me. So, but
like how many times do you do that where you're watching a movie or whatever, and you're like, this bit's boring. Yeah. I'm gonna skip it.
Yes.
Like they're not saying anything important.
Yeah, I do that a lot.
But anyway.
All right, go watch Beauty and the Boomer. They're great. I love them. They're fantastic. Thanks for being here.
Go do that.
We'll be back next week.
Thanks for being here.
Oh, hold on. This week, just so everybody knows again, we have Timothy Dieter from River Valley Organizing on Monday, George, Podcast by George on Tuesday, the Perez Sisters on Wednesday, Ryan from Last American Vagabond on Thursday, and Ray McGovern on Friday. Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. TNT Radio, TNTradio.live. I'm really proud of myself for remembering to self-promote right then because I suck at that. Oh, and Andy will kill me if I don't mention the Substack. Go to the Substack, mistywinston.substack.com. Please and thank you. Okay, we'll see you next week. Love you. Thanks for being here. You're welcome for answering your question on autism. I realize that you're not really somebody who's a fan of me, but I think I felt that was a question in good faith. So I'm happy to answer that. And again, not an expert. Please go do your own research. I'm not a doctor. I just can speak from my own experience. So, okay. Love you guys. See you next week.